so mute. I keep doing this thing. Well, I hope you guys caught all of that. There was a lot that I just said, and with everything muted. Cool. Thank you for letting me know, Rocket. Enjoy your nothing. Hello, and welcome back to, we're just going to pretend. We're just going to pretend. Hello, and welcome to the Vera channel. I'm your host, Vera Proxima. We did not have a scuff start to the stream, and I did not forget to unmute this time, so everything is going great. Welcome. We're going to be playing Voice of Cards. Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. That name will never quit being confusing to me. We started this last week. We're going to be going in for round 2 today. Very, very important information. I was just responding to your comment in the chat, actually, Rocket, explaining that earlier this week, was that yesterday? Yesterday, we did a whole bunch of CAPTCHA tests, and we did the test for Blade Runner, and a whole bunch of stuff to determine whether or not we were human, because I needed to prove a point to the chat that I am in fact human and not a robot, and I think I proved that point very well. Those tests were very hard, but that's because they were made by cheaters, so that's okay. Hello, Talinar. Welcome to the chat. Today we're playing some Voice of Cards. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I said before when I was muted. So that kind of catches us up to speed. We're going to be playing with the near mods on today too. Not mods. It's like a DLC, but it reskins the game. So the characters are going to look a little bit different. Talinar, thank you so much for the 400 bits. That was super nice of you. Thank you a lot for that. That's awesome. You're right. I need to get a sound alert for that, apparently, because I don't have one. But here, we'll just pretend that this was a sound alert for the 400 bits. Wow, Talinar, see the sound alert, because you donated. Thank you so much. Thank you again. Let's get over to the game screen. I'm in fantasy mode today. I got my fantasy costume on. I'm good to go save the world. Yeah, Wigglies. All right, gameplay. Actually, before that, let's jump over to the schedule. I always forget the schedule. That would be the fantasy song, Final Fantasy fanfare. Thank you. All right, so our schedule for today and the week. Today we're doing Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. No, wrong. The time on there is wrong. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., the same time as this stream, we're going to be continuing the Earthbound Randomizer, which is a complete train wreck, but we're slowly chipping away at it. All the doors connect together in weird ways, and that's always fun. Sorry about the traffic. I filmed these schedule screens in the lot behind my apartment. It's a little noisy back here sometimes. Sunday, finally, we're going to be continuing our 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. For the 4th time, 5th time, I can't remember. It's a good game though, time travel, mechas, good stuff. But today is not about sci-fi. Today is about RPGs and fantasy and magic and dragons and gameplay screen transition now. All right, we're gonna jump into the game then. Please show off my full model. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll go back to the office real quick. It's not really different from my normal model, except for the colors. The color is slightly different. That's about it. But let me. Oh no! Oh no! All right. Well, I accidentally shrunk my magic staff, and it is stuck in the middle of my back, and no one can see it, and I can't move it because I can't click on it. That's my full model though. This is my full outfit. It's nothing special. Yeah, that's pretty much that. I need to get another magic staff now because my old one is gone to the world. But I will get that fixed real quick. Hold on. 1 moment. Now you get to see me edit shit on stream, which is always fun. Still cute. Thank you, Raz, and also welcome to the chat. Staff, magic staff, select. Yeah, see, it's still there. It's just invisible because it's so tiny. That's not tiny at all. That's actually quite big. There we go. Let's make that normal people size. kind of need to clean it up. It's got some like gunk around the edges, but that's fine. I'll make it better later. Anyway, back to the video game. It does happen. Howdy, hello. So let's jump into it. Things are going to look a little different because of the Nier mod or the Nier DLC that is on right now. But we'll do a little refresher on the characters because we can do that. That is not actually a meal. It looks like a meal, but it is not. Yeah, but I didn't know you don't have shoes until this morning when I replied to your tweets. Oh yeah, I don't have shoes. I don't know. I've been thinking about getting shoes, but I just never got around to it. So I go barefoot usually. I mean, I'm usually just standing around the house, so it's not too bad. It kind of sucked when I was stuck in purgatory last month. That was kind of a pain because the ground's kind of rough out there. And then when I was like filming from a back alley, I got a lot of glass in my feet. But you know, now that I'm inside, it's smooth sailing, and my feet can die a little less on the inside. Sometimes stuff's just big out of nowhere. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It's magic, you know. Magic staffs do what they want. So, okay, well, what does a great white shark eat is still here, but that's fine. That's fine. Apparently, a great white shark eats Talinar. Sorry about that. You donated bits, and now you are fish food. So, my apologies. Collection characters. All right, so who do we got first of all? Main character. I think the default name they gave us for the main character was Ash. I don't know if it's a canon name or just, I think it's probably just a canon a name as like Nier or anything else is, or just as canon as like naming your character Ash if you're playing Pokemon. It's just the default name they filled in the blank, so I decided to use it for simplicity's sake. So Ash, the would-be hero. What matters most in life differs depending on the person. For him, it's money. Slaying the dragon may make him a hero, but more importantly, it'll make him rich. So our motives are very pure, very good, and very cash money. The rest of the story is locked. We find that out later as we go. This is the one that's the weirdest for the DLC, because this is like a lizard man, but instead of a lizard man, it's just a meal from Nier Replicant. So, just pretend that's a lizard person. We're just playing with the DLC today. I might switch back to normal costumes later, but I figured it'd be fun to check everything out on stream at one point or another. This is Mar. I think he's a lizard. He's like some sort of amphibian guy. It was love at first coup when our freewheeling bounty hunter met Mar, and they've been inseparable ever since. Who says bounty hunters can't have a soft side? So even though Ash is all about the money, he's also about his buddy Mar. And finally, our third party member, Ash and Mar were friends prior to the start of the game. As they were leaving the starting city, this like black mage woman started like assaulting Mar because she really hates monsters. And she's dressed as Kaine from Nier right now. Normally she wears like a black mage looking outfit. This dark and twisty mage harbors a deep-seated grudge against the dragon, but knows her own limits. She desires power enough to slay the dragon with a single blow. And obviously, they put aside their differences because they all want to go hunt the dragon, so those two are not fighting anymore. Now, when we first started the game, and also if you played the demo, because the demo is kind of like a prequel, I guess, they had you play as these three characters who are the Ivory Order. So we have Winifred, who was born into the Ivory Order and raised as a dignified lady. Her fellow Order members find her mage training a boon on their travels. We have Berwyn. The Ivory Order values warriors as level-headed and trustworthy as Berwyn. Warriors who approach wood chopping and bodyguard detail with equal amounts of intensity and fortitude. It's very cool. I mentioned this last time I was playing it, but the things that really drew me to this game, Yoko Taro's team has been working on it. Raz, thank you for subscribing for 2 months, I think. No, I've had one other 2-month subscription so far, I think. But yeah, thank you so much for the resub. I might actually move that Great White Shark thing now, because it's kind of overlapping. But yeah, thank you very much. Where is that anyway? Here we go. can probably just delete it. That's fine. Goodbye, Great White Shark. Yeah, the thing that drew me to this game in the first place is Yoko Taro's. I'm glad it's been fun. Thank you for all the VOD watching as well. You've been awesome. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel like I'm doing a good job, and I'm glad I can keep you entertained. Yeah, so Yoko Taro's team, just everybody, obviously the same music people. I mean, this is new music that's on right now, but the music is very clearly the same people. Also, the art is gorgeous. I don't think it's Akihiko Yoshida. I think it's one of the other artists that I don't know the name of off the top of my head. But the other thing was, like, the art kind of reminded me of, I was, like, super into Terra Battle, and I really loved the character designs in that game, and these kind of give me, like, the more fantasy end of, because Terra Battle had fantasy designs that kind of turned sci-fi over time. This reminds me of the more fantasy side of that. I love the mods. They're great. They have a very punchy sense of humor. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I just kind of ramble and hope that it works out. Was I the first one to do a auto renewal sub? Have you? I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember if I saw a post for you specifically on it, because I think when you do the auto renew, you have to share it to the timeline. All I remember is I've seen the resub notification like that happen like one time before, so that could have been you. But thank you for resubbing as well, though, Rocket. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you for being awesome and supporting the channel, and I'm going to continue to try to make it better and cooler and more worth watching. So, who's this guy? Headwind. The entire Ivory Order reveres Headwind for his wisdom. When a young woman was placed in his care, his obsessive focus on etiquette revealed another side, exacting disciplinarian. You're redeeming. You're not. Okay. Well, redeeming nothing costs 1 redeem point, and you're throwing it away if you do that. So instead, you decided to highlight your message for 25 redeem points. Say you're redeeming nothing. So really, you're just paying 25 times the markup on the overpriced cost of redeeming nothing. Okay, all right. Hurts my brain a little bit, but as long as you're having fun, that's the important part. A fun fact about the Ivory Order, now that we've covered them, these guys all suck ass. Like, these guys seriously suck. Like, they're your initial party, and then as soon as you switch to a new party, who, admittedly, they don't have, like, the purest motives either, necessarily, but as soon as you switch to the new party, these guys, as soon as you leave the city, they just immediately are like, hey, we're gonna fight you, and then they fight you, and then they kick your ass, and then they heal you, and it's like, you guys suck, and then they leave. And then you go to the first dungeon. The main thing we did last time was we went to see a doctor in the city of Thrice, and he wanted us to go get his, like, family heirlooms or, like, his treasure or something that was, like, hidden away in this cave. Wait, what? Is there a hydrate redeem? I didn't even see it. Okay. I didn't see the hydrate redeem show up. But yeah, so I went to this cave to get the treasure for the doctor from Thrice, and what they found at the end, after defeating, like, some sort of magical skeleton dude, was that the Ivory Order was just pretty much sitting in there waiting for them, and we're like, oh, did you finish off the boss for us? Yoink! And then they just took the treasure and left nothing but, like, an old stuffed animal behind, because it was, like, the one thing they didn't value in the chest. So really, these guys have just been assholes through and through. So it's kind of cool how in, like, the demo, they have you play as these guys, and it's like, this is your party. And then in the game, it's like, your old party was a bunch of awful people. And then also your new party's not great either. That time it showed up. I got the hydrate redeem that time. Thank you, Rocket. That's your refresher course. Now we know who everyone is. This is Queen Nilla. No ruler is safe from fear and worry, but Queen Nilla harbors a Robin Hood god unrelated to and more personal than the recent rise in monster activity. Thank you for the WoW as well. I'm going crazy with the redeems today. I like to see it. These are the only ones that got reskinned with the DLC. I don't know if anyone else does too, but these 3 all got changed into Near Crossings. Anyway, let's get into the game. Let's play some stuff. We're back at Thrice. Yeah, no, I really like that because a lot of times the demo is just like, you know, okay, A, it could be like a vertical slice from the actual game, or B, it could be the very beginning of the game, or C, it could just be game mechanics without any sort of story involved. And what they did here is they just were like, we're going to kind of give you a prequel where you're playing as the other guys instead, and I think that's kind of a neat approach. They're still not showing up on your end, huh? Well, I am getting them on my end now, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. I have been having some issues in general with like stream element stuff not showing up recently. That might be related. Oh, so we wanted to go to Thrice. We're already back here. I walked here at the end of last stream, so we wouldn't just have to do a random encounter over and over again. I got another nothing redeemed from Rocket, so if you don't see that on your end, it did happen. All right, let's go find the good doctor. Give him the stuffed animal, because that's all we have. Oh, I turned off the narrator. I'm just going to narrate it this time. I like talking too much to have the narrator do my job for me. It is working. It's highlighted on my screen. Were you able to find my treasure? Cypri asks. This is all we found, says Melanie, withdrawing the ragged doll. Cypri's eyes widen as soon as he sees the doll, and he reaches out to take it. Without breaking his gaze away from the doll, he begins to speak. Cypri tells you he gifted this doll to his young daughter a long time ago. Filthy doll whose head seems likely to fall off any moment now. She fell gravely ill and died. Since then, Cypri has treasured this doll as he treasured his daughter. Then the monsters took it from him. Is the music in the game loud enough, by the way? It's dramatic mood music. So I want to make sure you guys can hear it all right. It's not a boo from Mario, but I will show you the entry for the monster after this, because it's very cute, but also very messed up and dark. But yeah, let me know if you guys can hear the music, okay? Otherwise, I'll turn it up. So I've been trying to make my audio settings a little louder in general. Going through the VOD, I noticed my audio tends to be on the low side. Cypri turned to Melanie, his head bowed deeply in gratitude. So you reclaim the treasure by complete accident. Step closer to Cypri. What do you have to say? Yeah, just like everything else in this game. This is a Yoko Taro game. Everything's going to get weirdly depressing and dark at times. That's just how he writes. What do you have to say? What? What? No, thank you? That's the asshole answer. And tell us about the dragon. That's the other asshole answer. I'd be happy with coin is the third asshole answer. Ash has a lot of great options, and they all make him seem like a good guy. Yes, tell us about the dragon. What do you know about the dragon, you rudely inquire? Cypri gestures as if to say, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Dr. Cypri. Far to the east of town is a place called Unionville, where monsters and humans live together in harmony. According to Cypri, you might be able to learn something there, as the dragons and monsters are not totally unrelated. Upon hearing that, you turn on your heel and leave. Cypri calls out to stop you. Journeying to Unionville entails traversing the dense expanse of the bewildering wood. You'll need this, he says, and holds out something for you. We got an ocarina, or we got a woodland flute. Play this flute at a specific location in the bewildering woods to see what happens. This is just a Zelda ocarina. It's like, I went to the past, you had to play that in the woods, too. Same thing, woodland flute. This is like Saria's ocarina. Saria was not Link to the Past. Whatever. You know what I mean. Back to Cypri. You won't make it through the bewildering woods without it, Cypri says. Your sights set on the distant Unionville, you resolve to navigate through the bewildering wood. Set out for the bewildering wood east of Thrice, and it's our new objective. So yeah, you fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Dr. Cypress' flip-side story. So we'll check that out too while we're here. Get a little bit more lore. And also I'll go to that monster that's on his head. Is one of the monster on his head is one of these guys. It looks different because its face is grown over. As these little fluffs mature, their fur grows until it covers their faces. As this is quite the existential threat, they entice other monsters to trim their fur so they can see. And then the best flip side in the game. These creatures shed rapidly as they age. Upon losing the last of their fur, they cry out the remainder of their bodily fluids, leaving behind a nearly mummified husk. Thanks, Yoko Taro. That's a very, very heartwarming, morbid species you made there. But we got the story for the doctor now. Let's see what we got. All right, Dr. Cypre. Cypre Nombre is a longtime scholar of monsters and monster behavior. Most people in his village simply call him Cypre. Cypre studies monsters for the sake of his daughter, a daughter whom, curiously, no one has ever seen. There you have it. Now let's head to the woods. We might want to, let's see how much money we have, maybe get ourselves some new gear. Be a worthwhile investment. So I don't think we actually even have a whole lot of gear, because you don't have starting equipment. And we still don't have any equipment. I could have sworn we had one piece of gear, like a ring or something, that we equipped to Ash. Good thing you kicked his ass in Nier Automata. Wait, which one did you kick the ass of? Wait, Cypre? What? Cypre's not in Nier Automata. I'm confused. Which character are you talking? You wouldn't have kicked any of these characters' butts in Nier Automata. You could have feasibly run into one of the three of them. I mean, from the card art, not the actual character themselves. Equipment. I could have sworn Ash had a ring. I guess not. Oh, here we go. Oh! You gotta go to setup equipment as opposed to own cards equipment, because setup would be the stuff that's already equipped. The rider's ass. I don't remember who the rider was. Okay, so, I do have a whole bunch of equipment on all of them. We have iron sword, iron armor, Namaste ring. So they did have starting gear. So we got... Yeah, so the special ring is the only thing that we got from treasure. Everything else was default equipment, and this protects against paralysis, which is good to have on the main guy, because Ash is our healer right now, and you don't want your healer getting incapacitated when everyone's dying around him. Let's go to the armor. How may I help you? The proprietor inquires. Alright, what do we have here? Okay, they do show us the stat changes here, so it's not like too streamlined to the point of not being useful. Alright, well, I'm going to prioritize Ash a little less, because he is like our primary healer too, after all, so he won't be attacking nearly as much. Whereas I feel like Mar has been consistently the worst unit, but that's the gear Mar already has, so that's not very helpful. Adventurer's attire, designed by a tailor of great renown. Oh, we do have more rings. We can get everybody a ring, so everyone can have cool matching rings. They can be like the Captain Planet kits. I don't think Captain Planet's in this game, but if Captain Planet was in this game, you would need to have all of the rings to make it work. So we're going to try that approach and hope it pans out for us. Protects against poison, imbued with protective magic. So that's just a buff to defense. Doesn't seem like it It doesn't seem like there's a magic defense separate from regular defense. It seems like it's a combined stat. So that's fine. I'm gonna get the adventurer's attire, actually. That seems like a good idea. Do you have any armor that Mark can wear? Steel breastplate. Alright, it's all sets. Still got money to go around. Fair stream, that's right. Hello, DJ. Welcome to the chat. We're playing some Voice of Cards. Just getting some new equipment so we can head off into the woods on the next phase of our adventure. Also, we're using Nier skins today, so everybody looks like Nier characters, but they're not Nier characters. That is not actually Emil. That is Mar, and that is Ash, and that is Melanie. And they are our heroes. We love that Yokotara's whole ass inserts his OC into every game and forces us to accept it. Yeah, I love it too. I love it too. it's great. And this character is usually, it's very weird with this DLC turned on because this character usually is like a big, I don't know, lizard person, kind of, maybe like I think they're supposed to be a lizard person. But when you have the DLC on, it's just straight up Emil. Like at least the other characters are the characters dressed up as the costumes. And here it's just kind of like, no, I like that helmet, we're gonna put it on the lizard. Just make it work. I'm pretty sure the lizard person's head is larger than the Emil helmet, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so what else are we gonna get here? We could save money, but saving money is for nerds, and that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just a cool person playing my RPG comparing numbers. I'm definitely not a nerd. Protecting against poison seems like a good thing to have. I don't have enough gold. Oh, that's a lot of gold. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, we'll upgrade her weapon. We sell our old stuff and then get on the road, maybe. And for those who are unfamiliar with this game, it is not a card game. It is a game with a card aesthetic, but it's way closer to just being a traditional RPG that happens to look like cards. The combat is like classic turn-based combat. Let's see if we can just sell our old stuff and get out of here. Goodbye, Sacred Staff. 25 gold! Alright, we could buy like half a Snickers with that. That's right. A whole half a Snickers, DJ. Amazing, right? Thank you for that. Well, that was actually a cool outfit. Melanie's basic outfit's pretty cool. We will switch back to the normal costumes next stream, so you get to see what everybody looks like if you come back again, or if you just look up the characters. But gotta try all the stuff on for size. That'll be all. Goodbye. Again, though, it's not even a card game. It's just you move around on a grid, but the grid is made out of cards, and your characters are on cards. But like when everything, you don't draw from a deck. You just have all of the cards with all of your moves you have available to you laid out on the table. So it's very strange. It just goes very, very hard on the card game aesthetic. So the Oddball Trio sets out on the Queen's quest to slay the dragon. I guess this is the real beginning of the game. Okay. We hit the title screen, everybody. Yeah, it is a dungeon crawler. That's correct. Oh, those cards wrecked. Nobody saw value left. These guys suck. I hate them. I don't really hate them, but I wish they were less jerks to us all the time. Oh, I like her. We're probably going to meet her pretty soon. I guess they do this whenever you change chapters. That's kind of a neat touch. Oh yeah, we gotta Link to the Past Ocarina. We gotta go to the flute woods and flute it. Yeah. I know how to word good. Changing appearances. It is possible to customize the appearance of certain game elements such as your avatar, dice, and card design by selecting Customize from the title screen's option menu. You think? I've already done that, game. Come on. You haven't played any good... I love dungeon crawlers, so I can introduce you to all sorts of dungeon crawlers. I don't know if they'll necessarily be what you're after, but I do like dungeon crawlers. Do you like the first person kind, or just any style in general? Okay. That's just telling us about DLC. That's not important. Set out for the bewildering woods east of Thrice. Oh yeah, and our figure is currently, surprise, surprise, a figure of Emil, because the newer DLC. Gotta get him everywhere. Event card. What's happening? Something comes rocketing down from the mountaintop. There and gone in a flash. What was that? What came rocketing down the mountain? Haven't we had this happen before? I feel like we've had this scene happen before. I said monster before, I'll say person this time. The thing that you saw tumbling down the slope was definitely a person. That's when your keen nose catches the scent of coin on the breeze, and you take off running in the fallen person's direction. As long as they have money, we should probably help them. The young man tells he has slipped and fell while he was climbing. Thanks for coming to my rescue, he says, for offering a bottle of medicine and gratitude. Though disappointed, he didn't reward you with coin. You figure it's better than nothing and accept the medicine. You obtain quality salve. You think someone falls off a mountain, the least they could do is give you their money, but no. Events. You gradually become aware of a voice calling out to your party. Looking around, you spy an old man, a traveler like you perhaps, stuck in a hole and flailing wildly. You yank the old man free. Oh, while you're here, would you mind taking me to Nexton? He asks. It seems an old friend of his lives in Nexton, and he'd like very much to see this chum. He says he'll make it worth your while. Will you show him the way to Nexton? Take the old man with you? I'll take him with me, but he has to go to the woods first. You ask the old man about himself. It turns out he belongs to a wealthy family. Visions of lavish rewards begin to dance in your head. You offer him safe passage to Nexton. You know where you can go instead of Nexton, though? Not in the water. Enter bewildering woods? Yes, I will. A thick fog impedes your vision. You surmise this is in no small part why they call it the bewildering woods. Your ability to manipulate the camera has been restricted. Oh, so this is actually a dungeon, I guess. Navigate the bewildering woods. Or might not actually be a dungeon. The limited camera is probably just because of the fog. Random guy? What's up, random guy? Many a brave soul has set foot in this wood, only to be swallowed up and never seen nor heard from again, the traveler intones gravely. They also tell of a certain tool one needs to get through this place. Could it be the forest flutes? I think so. How are we supposed to... There is a secret area, and it's like behind walls. There must be a way to get through the woods here. There must be like a hidden path, I would think. Enemy appears. DLC board too. Because it's Grimoire Weiss. Oh, I haven't seen those guys before. Those are new. Yeah. They look like they're made out of wood, but they got like weird antlers. They kind of have like a lizardy appearance almost. I don't know. Interesting. I think we should probably murder them though. Well, without being the point of the game at all. Oh! Oh, that sucked. That was really bad. Okay. Flame it is. It's wood. Of course flame is going to be effective. Yeah, you're out of here. Mushroom. It's so weird that they just swapped out his character model entirely. Not that it's a model, it's just a picture, but still. Let's see, so we have Body Slam, which I think we found out last time is pretty much a useless move, because our basic attack damage is equal to like the best damage Body Slam is capable of doing, so I don't even know why we have this move, because it's kind of garbage. Deal damage to all enemies seems good. Okay, that's nothing. That's nothing. I'm not sure why it's his turn again, because I don't think Melanie went yet. That's really weird. Oh, no, she did. She did the fire attack. That's right. I attacked her. Add a die overall to attack and deal both. So let's see how effective lightning is against these guys while we're here. They're resistant to lightning, so just use fire on them, because everything else kind of sucks. Because they're pretty resistant to melee as well. Oh, it's working for you now. Great, well, enjoy nothing number 3 or 4, however many nothings you've gotten at this point. I mean, I don't need to do ice, because the person who has ice can do fire, but I just want to see, they don't seem to be resistant to it. I'm going to use fire in the future because it's cheaper. Probably the best way to go. Okay. Victory! Your party acquired experience and gold. Melanie leveled up. So yeah, if you look at this, like, oh, it's not a secret area, we just hadn't gotten close to it enough. Never mind. I'm done. Alright, pretty straightforward so far. A message is written on the sign. Seek out the forest delay hidden deep in these woods. What the hell is a delay? We're gonna find out what a delay is real quick. 1 second. I need to know this, or I will die. Die of confusion. Stele. A stele is an upright stone slab or column, typically bearing a commemorative inscription or relief design, often serving as a gravestone. Now you know. Stele is the word of the day. Tell your friends. Hello, Gothic Girl. Welcome to the stream. We're just playing some more Voice of Cards and learning about steles. So, welcome to the chat. And we're just gonna explore the woods a little bit here, so we can go find a good place to play our fairy flute. Find and examine the forest delay found in the bewildering wood. Why is there desert in the middle of this forest? An enemy appears. New prop. The enemy is the new prop. The enemy is the new prop, and wow. Alright, let's get a prop in here. What is going to go good with this fantasy outfit? Well, I don't have a whole lot of fantasy props, so let's find out what we're going to get here. A lot of Christmas stuff. There's always a lot of Christmas. Oh, I can do my antlers again. I'm having fun with the antlers. I haven't done cat ears in a while, though. And I haven't done cat ears with this version. So maybe I'll do cat ears. That could be good. Let's do that. Unless you have a specific request you're putting in there. No, okay. Just, here. Probably don't want to use the color matched cat ears since they're green. Oh, that should be in the back. Hold on. Otherwise, it's going to peek out all over the place. Oh my god! Are you just... Rocket, did you mean to redeem that? I mean, knowing you, you probably did. But if not, I know you've been having issues. If you meant to redeem that 3 times, then I will add 3 props on top of DJ's 1 already. But if not, I will refund you some points, because if you didn't mean to do that, that's a lot of points. So let me get my cat ears on. That'll be prop number 1. Don't be behind my head. Oh shit, I didn't put it in the back again. I'm really great at doing this really quickly. In time, I'll be able to put on all my props really quick, and you'll all be very, very impressed with me. You did mean to do that many of them? Okay. We're going to be here a moment. That's okay. I hope none of you are in a hurry. We'll get back to the game shortly. If you're in a hurry, you probably shouldn't be watching Twitch right now anyway. That's fine. Get out of here. Stop it. Okay. Alright. Put you back on. Alright, so that's one prop redeem. I got 3 more prop redeems and then a whole bunch of nothing redeems. Okay. You are in no hurry, also incredibly accurate. That is true. Voice of Cards. Yes, it's we started this last week. It's a Yoko Taro RPG. It's not a card game. It's more of a traditional RPG done in the style of cards. Just as an aesthetic choice. We're not super far into the adventure, but we got our main character Ash, his monster friend Mar, and then the wizard they met on the road, Melanie, and they're all going off after a dragon together. Doesn't look like the cards you use. Yeah, they might be a little different. I know we were talking about tarot earlier today, and there might be some tarot card inspired enemies in the game. But otherwise, I don't think they'll look too much the same. So we have 3 more props. Okay, so many props. That's fine. Band-Aid. Let's get a Band-Aid on. That's a nice simple one. We got a lot of these to get through. Might as well do some easy stuff too. Nose Band-Aid. Perfect. Okay, and we got 2 more props. 2 more of them. Non-sunglasses, glasses. I don't know if I do. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do the antlers too. There's no reason we can't do antlers and cat ears. Oh, damn it. Okay. That's staff. Kind of a nuisance sometimes. Just making sure you have a flat 10 points on even amounts. Get a nice even amount. Yeah. No, it makes sense. That initially when I put that nothing redeem in there, it was just kind of like, I'll have some weird point totals for things, and then you'll just have extras so you can spam nothing. But then I gave everything a nice even number, so very, very cute there. Oh, shucks. Alright, what else do we need here? We need something else. One more prop. I want to keep with the fantasy aesthetic as best I can here. Um, so what else are we throwing in here? Oh man, there's so many things. We're gonna have the zombie book. The zombie book is back. Congratulations. Welcome back, zombie book. We haven't seen you in a while. And I can't move myself anymore because there's too many props on the screen, so hopefully I'm centered okay. Alright, there you go. Tail. Oh, okay, hold on. I'll get the tail too. That's fine. I'm pretty sure I'm one over on the redeems, but we're getting back to the game after this, whether you like it or not. Shit. Too many props. I can't keep track of anything anymore. And then the staff will have to go the other way. So it's not all staff with the Alright, can we play the game again? Can we actually get back to playing this instead of playing dress up for a second? Oh my god, I'm taking up so much of the screen now. Alright. You guys don't need to see your own chat. That's fine. I'll be here instead. Back to the video game, which we're trying to play before I spent the last 10 minutes doing all of that instead. What are we doing? Okay, we got a little slime boy, a mushroom, and another one of the wood things. So, pick out the wood thing because they're new and probably the strongest. Oh, you're dead. See ya. Nice work. Thank you. That's the narrator complimenting me on my work. There is a narrator who narrates literally everything in this game, but I found a way to turn them off because I like talking too much to have them talk when I can talk instead. Pretty sure you can zap mushrooms when they explode. Are you dead? You're not dead. Yes, we are playing a game, Rocket. We were playing a game. We were at one point in time. There was a little bit of a break in the middle for some reason, and I can't remember quite why. But we were playing a game. Okay. Damage to all enemies. Kill the mushroom. Alright. We threw. Moving on. Ash leveled up. Would-be hero is a squill. Would-be hero is a squill, apparently. Recover 3 hit points after combat ends, so that's like a passive ability. That's cool. You want to see how many props you can have at once? We'll start saving up. Okay. Well, I think this is probably the most I've had at one time so far. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7 props on me right now. And it's hell to do anything because all of the boundaries, the boundary boxes surrounding all of the props make it impossible to select anything on the screen. But it's not crashing anything. It's just really difficult to put it all on. Neko knee. Yes, I'm a high fantasy love life character now, apparently. Abilities or skills that confer passive effects. Yeah, I figured that out. We're good. Seven props is quite a bit. I need to come up with more of my own props because I like using custom props instead of just the built-in ones. I'm glad they're there though. But that's why I got the redeems to make new props because it'll help me build out my arsenal a little bit. View your abilities. No, I don't need to. I just read my ability. Anything up this way? So we need to find, I imagine we're going to stand on a stump and play the flute there. Because I think they're going to go for the Zelda trope. We need to find a place to play that, because apparently you can't even get through this forest if you're not playing the flute. which is an ocarina. I don't know why they call ocarinas flutes. Are ocarinas flutes, or did they call it a flute specifically as a reference to them calling the ocarina a flute in A Link to the Past? Because, as far as I'm concerned, that's like two different types of instrument. It is considered a flute? Okay. I mean, it functionally similar to a flute. I guess it's the same way a recorder would be a flute, I guess, because it's a recorder, and that's just a certain style. I mean, I guess as long as you're blowing air through it and you hold down holes to make the sound change, that's probably the important factors at play there. Okay, fire it up. Shocking, isn't it? You didn't die, though. It's supposed to die. Poison! Try to poison, Melanie, because she's got the ring. Damn it. Or poison him, whatever. See if I care. Bitch. Okay, mushroom's dead. We're good to go. Does poison last after combat, or is that just during combat? I assume it lasts on, because that's usually how poison works. But let's make sure we're not dying. Currently. Set up. Party. Oh, okay, so we do get more party members than the main three, because there's a reserve section. So I'm thinking we might get that girl they showed in the little preview for the chapter. I think she might be a party member. But we'll find out soon. She might look different, though. She probably is going to have a Nier costume because we're playing with the Nier DLC. So, who knows? I guess poison doesn't persist after combat, so that's good. Oh, there's a Stella. Bewildering Wood Stella North. You found the Northern Stella. It doesn't look particularly special. You resolve to touch it anyhow. Find and examine the 3 remaining stellae in the Bewildering Wood. You can't walk on trees. Got a chest up here. Treasure 500 G. We're rich. You can buy a lot with 500 G. Event card. You hear a beautiful melody flowing from the forest depths. It sounds like singing, or perhaps bird song. What will you do? Do we listen carefully? Do we find the singer? Who cares? What an answer who cares is. I'm not doing that. Can we hear it? Wait. I feel like you actually had singing sounds for a second, but then they died down. But I think there were singing sounds a moment ago. Let's listen carefully. As you listen, that was not a good sound. That was the sound of loss. As you listen closely, you are struck by a sudden dizzy spell. You sense a presence drawing closer, but cannot react. The grass rustles, and a monster slowly shows itself from between the blades. It's a harpy! Realizing you've been caught in the harpy's trap, you ready your weapons. I don't think we've fought a harpy yet. Definitely haven't. My brain was expecting it to be a little less covered up than that, but that would... I don't think this is like an M-rated thing, so it's okay. I don't have to censor my stream. I hear harpy, and I immediately think okay, I might need to cover my screen so Twitch doesn't yell at me, because I've seen a lot of harpies, and most of them aren't very Twitch safe. But we're safe. Flame. Flame is friend. Flame is not friend. Fuck flame. Lightning. Lightning is friend. It's a bird. You can strike a bird with lightning. That makes sense. It's too weak to it, right? No, you're resistant to it. Oh. But we did crit it, so that's good. Maybe we should just... Oh, because it does lightning damage. A modest harpy. Yeah. It makes streaming a lot easier. I'll take that. It is a cool design, though. I like that harpy design. I want to see that card up close. We're gonna do just a ram, standard melee from Mar here. Just basic magic. Modest Harpy. Modest Harpy sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Doesn't Yu-Gi-Oh have like 20 different Harpies? Like, there's Harpy, Harpy's brother, Harpy's sister, Harpy's aunt, Harpy's uncle, Harpy's neighbor, Harpy's feather duster. That's a thing. That's not a person, but that's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. They have a lot of Harpies in Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't really know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. That game seems weird. Like, I played it once a long time ago, and then they added like motorcycles, and that confused me. And then they added like a pendulum mechanic, and I don't even understand what the hell that means, but it's a thing. For some time after that, you find yourself trembling at the mere sound of a bird's tweets. This is a dead end. I don't know why I thought running that way would be any good, but it was not. An enemy appears. Who's that enemy? It's Slime Thing! I'm gonna be able to just do a basic slash and have that kill. That's gonna be exciting. You don't really need to conserve mana in this game, because it's all like encounter by encounter. But I feel like being lazy and just doing basic attacks right now. And it worked out okay. Good warrior wastes no time. Treasure discovery. Oh, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? I love when games do this kind of thing, where you have to choose between the treasure chests, because it's like, well, all the monsters you just killed are dead, and there's 3 treasure chests in front of you, but you can only choose one of them. There's, like, logically no reason you couldn't go for all 3, but that's fine. We got a salve. As money-hungry adventurers, we should be able to take all 3 chests. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Slime's enemy story. Oh, good. Well, I'm excited to learn more about Slime. Collection. Characters. Not characters, sorry, I meant to go to monsters. Slime. You know what they say, your hero's journey hasn't begun until you've squashed a couple of slimes underfoot. Though the vast majority are killed when they're young, those few that do survive into adulthood reportedly grow large enough to swallow villages whole. That's a big slime. A very big slime. What are these guys called? Sapling Treant. I really like that design. That is a strong design. Creatures of all sorts flock to these gentle giants of the forest, no doubt thanks to the pleasant warmth emanating from the energy stored within their hollows. You gotta leave some for everyone. The slime? I mean, if it's the size of a city, there's enough for everyone to get some snacking in, so that's fine. Oh, the treasure chest, yeah. I don't really, though. Last time I had treasure chests, another team of adventurers came and swooped the treasure out from under us after we did all but work. Look at that is a cool looking harpy. Nary a soul has ever laid eyes on a male harpy before they confine themselves to the nest and raise the young while the females are off hunting. I didn't actually know there were male harpies. I don't know if that's a normal thing in harpy lore or if that's just what they said for this game. And this was our boss at the end of last stream. Lost soul. Alright. Let's go find the rest of those Stellas. A message is written on the sign. Seek out the 4 Stella. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Oh, hello. How you doing? You come to these woods often? That's why you leave some chests. Yeah. Stealth Seeker. The next Stella is... You hear someone murmuring. It sounds like a man, but you can't really be sure in these woods. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Woodlander Man's flip side story. A very, very pretty elf man. He reminds me of the Lord of the Rings elf people. I'm surprised I got his whole story already. But I guess he's probably just a one-off character. I don't know. Oh, we're gonna go back to her real quick, just as a reminder of how fucked up some of these characters are. Mature woman. Every morning she wakes up early to get breakfast ready, and every morning she has to take her husband's abuse. There's only so much a woman can stomach. And that's what you get at first, but then you talk to her a couple more times. The mornings are quiet now, save for the soft sounds of chopping. Her husband vanished some days ago, and ever since, meat's been on the menu more often than not. Just a reminder that she is actually Sweeney Todd. Alright, who's this guy? Woodlander man. He's lived in these vast, dense woods for years now. Fruit from the trees feed him. The river quenches his thirst. He gives all his thanks to the great Mother Earth. He's wandered these deceitful, bewildering woods for ages. He knows he will not find home, no matter how many times he begs or tears he sheds. He is doomed to wander for another day. She's just going keto. That's right. Hello, Button. Welcome to the stream. Playing some more Voice of Cards. Exploring mysterious woods, where we're going to go play an ocarina and fly away to whatever city it was we were going to. I already forgot. Okay. What is that? Alright. Back to the game. Sorry, I just got a bunch of alerts in front of me, and I don't think there's anything I need to do. The second, because I am streaming, this is me time and you time, and us playing games together time. Hi there, I'm Rocky House, and everyone in chat. Hello, hello. Enemy approaches. What do we got? Is that another tree ants? Let's do it, them. Line it up, Melanie. There you go. Oh yeah, we're playing with the Nier DLC. These are not the normal character designs. Hey Frax, welcome to the chat. I can't remember if lightning was any good here. I don't think it was. Let's do slash. That's fine. Wow, that sucked. I forgot. No, physical damage is like garbage against the tree ants. Deal damage to all enemies, so I can just kill that one off real quick. 3 damage to each, though, was really bad. That is bad damage. Okay. Flame, 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 flame. I think, yesterday, I think that was yesterday, I mentioned I want to play Automata on stream sometime. I'll absolutely play Replicant on stream sometime, too. Because both those games are really good games. But, later. We'll get around to it. I got a whole bunch of RPG plans. Trying to focus primarily on RPGs on Twitch is kind of a nightmare because RPGs are long, but we'll get through all of them eventually. We fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Sapling Tree Ants anime story. Alright, let's find the deep lore on the tree ants. Monster, 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 monster. Alright, tree ants draw a steady stream of energy from the earth, so steady, in fact, forests of these animated trees have been said to bleed the land dry, leaving naught but a barren waste. That's good. As long as the tree ants are happy. They're cute, so if they want to destroy everything in their wake, that's fine by me. An enemy appears! Puzzle selections for replicants. Oh wait, you mean the block pushing? There is a lot of block pushing in there. Lightning is definitely effective on these guys. I don't necessarily dislike the idea of block pushing puzzles. The problem is just how much they slow things down. There was a little bit of block pushing in Automata, not a whole lot. Jackass gave you some. I miss Jackass. What a good character. She's so minor, but she's such a jackass. I love her. Yes. Treasure chest found. Alright, we got a salve. Heck yeah, salve. There's gotta be a Stella around here somewhere. Stella! Found it. The test sections, and you can't do some actions. Oh! Oh, I remember that. Yeah. No, a couple of those were really frustrating. Yeah. No, those were tricky. The one where you couldn't, like, dodge roll anymore was... No dodge roll bad. You have found the southern Stella. You smack it in here, a sound off to the west. You best head that way next. I think there might have been a no jump, too. Either way, mobility should never be reduced like that. Find and examine the 2 remaining Stella in the bewildering woods. Good shit. We're getting closer. An enemy appears. We're going to be so powerful by the time we leave this forest. We're going to be able to take on 20 dragons, not just one. Don't hold back. I won't. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean with the can't dodge, because the dash and dodge are like the same thing. It's just holding it down and just tapping it. Actually, worse than the actual trials is the deliveries. When you had to do the deliveries for the guards for the side quests, and they're like, "Oh, don't roll around or anything, or you'll break the package and you'll have to start over." That was an exercise in patience, for sure. Events, okay. So you've got the eastern and the western Stella to get still. So we're gonna have to go back towards the front of the... There might have been a separate route when we first enter the woods to get to the western one. You hear a beautiful melody flowing from the forest depths. It sounds like singing. What will you do? I will find the singer. I'm gonna go who cares, because find the singer, I feel like we might still get in a fight. Who cares? It might be... Could be a fight. Attributing it to the imagination, you decide to ignore it. A short moment later, the melody stops. Okay, so if you ignore it, you just don't get in a fight. Let's get the western one first. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing, though. Even if I'm not fighting, whenever I play any game where I have the ability to do dashes and rolls and stuff, I'm going to spam them constantly, and I don't even think about them. So more often than not, I forget what I'm doing, and like 5 minutes later, I do a roll, and I break whatever I'm carrying, and I have to start over. And then I'll do that for 20 minutes, and then I'll roll somewhere, and I'm like, oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to roll, and then I have to start over. My short-term memory is not great for that. Okay. Lightning. I think lightning might have been okay. The physical was terrible, and fire was like... Well, fire's the only super effective thing. No, lightning sucks too. Lightning and melee are both awful, so really it's just the fire. And the ice was okay too, but fire is enough to do it. Okay. Go. Let's do a bunch of physical stuff. Just get in there. Beat them up. Pow. Oh, actually, heal Mar. dead. Let's go get that Western Stella. You're tearing me apart, Stella! That's not right. Oh, we already had the Western one. Did we just never step on the Western one? We might have just never stepped on the Western one. That was Streetcar Named Desire mixed with The Room is what that reference was. That's not a real movie. Streetcar Named The Room. A Room Named Desire. That's what I was referencing. Marlon Brando and Tommy Wiseau sharing the stage. A match made in hell. I'm Lurk, very sleepy. It's fine. Enjoy your Lurk, Frex. I know it's a lot later there. Thank you for coming by, though. I hope you have a fun Lurk and a good night. I'm gonna zap a mushroom. Right in its mushroomy face. First time you played near Replicant, you had autocast and dodge turned on because they played for the story. Yeah, I played Automata first, and I love the combat so much that I never tried playing Replicant the other way. Or I guess Gestalt was the version we had here initially. I enjoy the combat quite a bit. I like the variety and grimoire abilities that you get in Replicant. I think that's pretty neat. Although my favorite weapon combo in either mirror is you get the heavy sword and you get the gauntlets, and then you do a gauntlet attack, and then you throw your gauntlet into the air, and then you baseball swing at it with your heavy sword, and then you just home run your gauntlet into the enemy. I thought that was the best weapon combo ever. You found the Western Stella, which you swear up and down was not here when you came in. It wasn't here! It wasn't here! Nevertheless, you give it a snack. The game is just messing with my mind. So there was one when we entered the woods, but it wasn't right when we entered the woods. It was just in the place where we entered the woods, but it wasn't actually there. This game is gaslighting me. That's fine, whatever. We got the Stella. We can move on. Find and examine the lost Stella in the bewildering woods. Okay. Can't go through the creek. That's fine. Events. What will you do? Ignore it. Oh, Harpy. I'm not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With you anymore. See you later. Still don't get the random patch of desert in the middle. I guess it's not desert, it's just dirt. Hi, Amriv. Welcome to the chat. I am so winning right now. We just gotta get the last Stella in this woods. And then we can play our Fairy Ocarina and go to wherever the hell we're going so we can fight the dragons eventually. Yeah, we're just playing some more Voice of Cards today. Welcome back to the chat. And we're doing the Nier DLC, which is just a cosmetic thing. Still, it's the main game. That's about it. That's about it. We're trying to gaslight and keep up our atmosphere. That's right. That's right, Raz. That is exactly what's going on there. They're making special monuments show up places I've already been after I've already left. Just to play with my brain. Not cool. Have you got the end? Yeah, I have. I don't want to discuss endings too heavily right now because I don't want to spoil anything for the game for anyone who hasn't played it. But I did get that one. I feel like that's a pretty well-known secret ending. It's a fun one. But yeah, we're gonna play through a few of the endings on stream when I get around to it in January or something. Hello, what are you doing in the woods here? I can't talk to you because I'm fighting something. More trees. That's fine. Nothing I have is good against you guys. Whatever, take a basic slash. Wow, 1 point of damage. Wow, so powerful. Good work, Ash. Just like the other Ash. Useless. Yeah, no, that's fair. My favorite joke ending is the Jackass one. Oh, yeah, okay, so, it's really strange, right? So, the DLC makes everybody wear Nier costumes, and, rather than having our monster look like a monster in a costume, see, like, Ash, main guy, is just dressed up as the protag from Nier. Great. Melanie is just dressed up like Kaine from Nier. But, like, it's still clearly the same characters, and then here it's just they swapped out the monster with Emil. Like, it's clearly not even the same character at all anymore, but yeah, that's our monster. He evolved. That's fine. Yeah, go check that one out. It's a really easy one. There's like nothing to it. You just have to start one conversation to get the ending. Alright, let's talk to her. Wandering woman. The woman appears to be lost. How do I get out of here? She asks with furrowed brows. I'm not going to help you, apparently, because I'm an asshole. Alright, let's keep going. Got more dirt. We got more trees. Enemy appears. Treants? It's gonna be treants. It's always the treants. The only other new enemy is the harpy here, and I think that only shows up through events. Oh, we got mushrooms. That's fine too. Yeah, the DLC changed the costumes on the party members. I changed the crystals we collect into little steel Emil balls. I think the dice are changed as well, and then the actual table that the cards are on changed, as well as this playboard where you do combat. So it just kind of changed every single element except for ground tiles and enemy characters. I'm woman randomly in the forest wall says, sure she's fine. The main characters in this game, like, the only character in the party who's probably decent at all is Mar. Like, Ash is entirely in this for the money. And, like, Melanie is just out for blood. So, I mean, our party is not exactly great people. They're not exactly helpful. And I love that every time we've had an enemy, every time we've had an NPC with the option of giving somebody help in the game, we're always given, like, a few options, and all of them are, like, douchebag answers that we have to choose between because they're just like making us stay in character. You played through the game as three characters, but never got that one. Yeah, it's you have to talk to somebody, but then you have to interact with something in your inventory that they give you. Yeah, no, in Automata you have to talk to somebody in Automata, and then there's going to be an item in your inventory, and you interact with the item in your inventory, and that's how you get the ending. That's all there is to it. Just Jackass out by the desert. You talk to her. I can't remember when. I think she emails you about it too. And it seems like a throwaway email. And it kind of is, but it leads into one of the joke ends. Let's see. Thunderstorm. Deal attack +4 to all enemies. Not a bomb. Not a bomb. Different. Yeah, I'll look into it tomorrow. You might have an email about it, and if not, just talk to Jackass. You might be able to trigger. Each character in your party can set up to 4 types of skills. Open the menu, select setup, and then skills. Choose and set the skills. Remember to set up your skills. Yeah, let's set up our skills. Maybe we can get rid of Body Slam because that move is awful. As I think Amber pointed it out last time. Mar has a skill that's like already useless by like level 2 because it's worse than your basic attack ability, which is really dumb. Yeah, damage equal to 2d6 dice, which is like if your attack is greater than 12, it just sucks. It did pierce armor. You're right. I forgot about that part. So it wasn't completely useless, but it's still not great. Anyway, you had. Oh, wait, no, Melanie just got. Melanie just got. Skill attack out. So that's all. Let's see. Add value overall to attack. Wind damage. I'm not going to put Thunderstorm in there yet because we even though all damage is good, we have another lightning strike. And I want to have our elements covered first and foremost. So, hold on to that for later. Where are you hiding, Stella? Okay. Lightning on the mushroom. Thank you for the new prop plus redeem, Amriv. All right, prop number 8, here we come. And thank you for the nothing redeems. Enjoy your nothing, because that's all you're going to get. I mean, you're also going to get a prop. That's fair. How much can I do before everything breaks forever? That is the question. You know what? Maybe I should just get, like, a gamer chair or something. I don't know. I want to keep it in theme. I am going to keep it in theme. I'm going to get a tentacle because using my magic abilities that I gained from the zombie book, I summoned a tentacle. Oh shit, I can't get that. How am I supposed to get the tentacle? Oh shit. Nope. No. There we go. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll make this work. Things are getting a little crowded here, by the way. It's fine though. I'm sure we'll be just fine. What's going on? One of the quests was really cool because you got an email. It just looks like nothing but random numbers and letters, but are actually not addresses. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that one. That was cool. That tentacle's kind of. Hold on. Making everything fit in a reasonable manner is not the easiest task in the world. That's the best I can do right now. Okay, that's fine. This is too many props. Please no more props. I'm kind of dying from props at this point. Back to whatever we were doing. Flame in the sky. Getting flamed on. Get burnt. We're having treant for breakfast, everybody. I hope you like eating burnt wood. We gotta be getting close to the Stella here. There we go, we're close to the Stella. We're on it, actually. Surprise! You have found the Eastern Stella. You see the word Melody of Fortune chiseled into the corner. You have investigated all 4 of the Stella in the bewildering wood. You hear sound, and it's not all that far away. Explore the eastern edge of the bewildering woods. This is where we're going to have to go play our flute, I imagine. That would be an enemy. That is not where we play the flute. Unless the enemy likes music, in which case we could play for them, but I don't think that's an option. And I think after we get out of the woods, I'm going to take a brief intermission. So, probably in like 5 minutes or so. Oh, that's a new enemy. That's a, druid? Is that? No. Dryad? Dryad, right? That would be a dryad? I think that's called a dryad. D&D people, help me out. That's a dryad, right? And deal damage. No, we want to do big damage. Big damage. We're going to freeze you. Chow! That face is really concerning to look at. Oh, shit. Big damage. Let's go. And you're frozen. Have a nice winter. Watch out for thunderstorms, though. Dryad seems about right. Okay. She's also surprisingly well dressed, but again, I think that's for the ratings board. I don't think dryads are usually too clothed either. We'll do this because your armor is 10? No. Yeah, your armor's 10, so we might be able to go with that. Oh! Oh, snap, we did. She's out of here. Ash leveled up. Treasure discovered! Which one? Which one are we gonna get? Which one are we gonna get? Oh my god, I don't know! Speaking of redeems, you know you can change that ad at the top of the stream to be whatever you want? Just saying. That's another redeem we have. I might have to lower the price again to get people to use it more. Okay, we got a potion. Get this chests. What do we got in here? We got Protectorants. Add 5 to target's defense for 3 turns. Okay. Defense buff, that's good. I don't know if we have any of those yet. Well, how is everybody's health going right now? 29, 28, 16. We should... That's fine. We'll just heal... Not kinda. We'll heal Melanie next time we're in combat. So we can save our potions for later. Forest Monument. You examine the stela. The message carved into the stela reads, play in tune with the forest. You hold the woodland flute you received from the good doctor in Thrice. Play the woodland flute. Hell yeah, let's go! Do 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 doodly do 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 do. You blow a handful of pleasant enough notes into the woodland flutes. Pleasant enough, but not too pleasant. You're not a very good flutist, but that's okay. It's the thought that counts. You soon become aware of accompanying percussion, which reveals itself to be a series of impeccably timed footfalls racing towards you. A young woman appears before you. That was absolutely dreadful, she whinges, her jaunty gait betraying her enjoyment. Now, is she going to be wearing her base material? That's how we know if she's a party member or not, if she's in her original outfit. And that looks like an original outfit to me. I don't think that's in your outfit, so yes. She calls herself Ritus, and declaring herself a woodlander, resident of the bewildering wood. By sheer coincidence, the flute on which she played those notes was one designed to call the woodland people to your side. Stunned by your good fortune, you ask Ritus to lead you eastward out of the forest. What luck! She agrees far more readily than you ever anticipated. We got a new ad. Alright, all I have to do is just push for it, and peer pressured Amriv into making a new ad for us. Thank you, Amriv. Rumor has it that nothing redeem increases your lifespan away. Amriv! I have no one to blame but myself for this. You know, I didn't think this would be the sole purpose of this redeem, but apparently it is. So I'm stuck with this forever. Thanks, Amriv. Thanks for using my redeems. Thank you so much for... I do not necessarily approve of the messages that are shown on the screen. I just put them there. But if you want to redeem nothing constantly, then I will hydrate though. Thank you, Button. And again, once we get out of the woods, I'm going to take a brief little intermission. Tomorrow's stream is only going to be like 2 hours, and Sundays is going to be a longer one. But I think today's is probably going to be a bit of a longer one too, because I want to stream. Dang it! My stream yesterday was shorter because of the event going on, and my stream tomorrow is going to be shorter, so today's going to be longer. So, if you want to hang out, you can. If you want to lurk, you can. But we're definitely going to play for another couple hours. And people can just keep redeeming nothing in the chat like it has a purpose, which it doesn't. What luck! She agrees far more readily than you ever anticipated. But, she continues, extending her hand, you'll have to hand over the woodland flute first. So then, how do you respond? Will you turn the woodland flute over to her? Listen, if she's going to be our guide, we don't even need this flute. Let her have it. Make her buy it? Fuck that. I know the character's a jerk, but I'm going to try to make him a good guy the best I can. You hand over the flute, firmly restating that she may have it on the condition she leads you out of the bewildering wood. Ritus plucks the woodland flute out of your hands with glee and begins playing it as she skips away. She's a very talented musician. That was a lovely solo. Thank you so much, Ritus. I can tell you've been playing flute for a long time. Very good. Nobody tell her her flute sucks, okay? She's our guide. We gotta stay on good terms with her. So let's just keep that between you and me. How did yesterday's stream go, by the way? I had a long work day, so you weren't able to make it. Yesterday's stream went fine. It's not saved in the VODs, but it is saved in the highlights. So fun fact, something I realized you can do. VODs disappear after a while. VODs do not stay on Twitch forever. But you know what does stay on Twitch forever? Highlights. So every now and then I'm going to try to highlight streams. All of my VODs are going to end up on YouTube anyway. But sometimes I'll put highlights up when I can and try to get as much of a stream into a highlight as I can as possible. Because then it can always be available on Twitch forever, and we don't have to worry about that deadline of it getting deleted magically. So that's cool. But it went fine. The cat's just cheated, but I think I proved my point that I'm human, and that's the important detail, is that I'm very much human, and the captchas were wrong. So Congo does that as a workaround and highlights all streams. It makes a lot of sense. I didn't realize you could do that. But, yeah, just highlight your streams and you can save them forever. So, Twitch hacks 101. Probably not going to do it with all of mine. I have a YouTube archive channel for a reason, but if it's things that aren't just gameplay, I might make a point of highlighting them to keep them over here. Because my only highlights right now are like Halloween lore dumps and that. And all the video game stuff I just keep on YouTube because I have a secondary channel. Might as well take advantage of it. I will put everything on YouTube too, including the highlight stuff, so that's not a big deal. Well, playing is a generous term. It sounds as though she may as well be murdering the poor thing. Ritus makes it clear that the fastest way out of the woods is through woodland, where she lives. It's that way, Ritus says, gleefully, pointing past the stela before you. You failed the replicant test? Nice. And that's not near replicant this time. This is replicant isn't Blade Runner, for anyone new in the chat. It was a test from the movie Blade Runner to prove. I don't know much about the book Android's Dream of Electric Sheep. How close that is to the movie. If that test is something in the book, but that is something that's in the movie. And apparently people have recreated it online, so you can do it yourself. It's a very weird test. The questions are bizarre. All right, we're going to go to Woodland. And possibly a path to Woodland has been hiding behind the stela this whole time. What? That's crazy. Take the shortcut through the bewildering woods towards Woodland. Enter Woodland? Yes, I will. Welcome to Woodland, Ritus says, gesturing out over the village. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm quite busy for the rest of the day, so you'll have to wait till tomorrow to leave the forest, she says, and makes her way home. Retire to the Woodland Inn once you have thoroughly explored Woodland. And that's what we're going to do after the break. But for now, we're going to go on a break. Because we can. and because I need to do that real quick. Sprint the test, you're a Blade Runner replicant. It happens, you know. I'm sorry we can't all be human, but you know, you did your best, and even if you're not human, even if you're some sort of parasitic being, you're still welcome here. Yeah. Hello, Drynock. Welcome to the chat, and I will enjoy my break, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes. So, yeah, I'll see you all in 5 minutes, and you guys have a good break too. Get yourself a drink or a snack, or do a little dance. If you do a little dance, let me know how your little dance goes. If you have any good moves, I would like to learn them. I'm terrible at dancing. I don't know what I'm going on about. We're going to break now. That's a good little dance. Wiggly's dance good. Thank you for the Wigglies. Yes, that's the best kind. Break time. Hello, we're back. Welcome back to the Vera channel. I'm still Vera Proxima. I don't need to introduce myself like this every single time I get back from a break, but I don't know what else to say. Hello again. We're going to play more game now, so let's gameplay. Yeah, we're gameplay. Let's explore the town and find out all about the beautiful city of Woodland. Welcome to Woodland, located in beautiful forests. It has many places, including the carriage shop, with the carriage shop guy who will take us to the other towns. And we're not going to go to the other towns because we're enjoying our stay in Woodland. No thank you, sir. Advent, how about adventure is in Woodland, so why would I leave? Also in beautiful Woodland is this NPC right here. They look like that elf in the woods because elves live in Woodland because it is a city of elves and a city of wood. Elves do live in forests, and this elf lives in Woodland. Welcome to the Forest Oasis. The man greets you warmly. We're going to retire to the end, so we're not going there yet. We have many fields of grass. They also have rocks on them. And there's also this guy over here. His name is Well Water Fanatic. He sure loves his well water. And why wouldn't you? It's delicious stuff. You happen upon a man greedily guzzling well water. Could it truly be that much better than ordinary water? Can we go in the well? We fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked a mature man's flipside story. Oh boy, this is going to be about how he's constantly dehydrating to death, so he has to drink from that well or else he'll just explode. Let's see what it says. She is absolutely going to be a party member. So I'm guessing that with the DLC only did alternate costumes for the first 3, because I don't think that's a near costume. But Rydas is definitely going to be a party member if she's in that slot. So I'm guessing we're going to have 5 party members eventually. Maybe they'll be in our party later. I'm still not entirely sure if they'll end up teaming up with us or not. I guess we'll find out. And that could be a party member there. Who knows? I don't think she's going to be in our party, though. Not the royalty. You there, mature man. He made a promise to the love of his life, and they were married. I shall love you till death do us part. Oh, you can tell the story's going to end well. 1/2 century later, he had proven to be a man of his word. His wife now lies in bed, illness slowly claiming her. He takes her hand, decades of memories washing over him. Finally, he sighs. He'll be through with his promise. That's great. Alright. Thanks, game. Thanks. Can we go in the well? We cannot go in the well. We cannot go in the forest. But we can go to the apothecary. How may I help you? The proprietress inquires. Do I need anything? I don't really need anything unless you got anything special. I got salves, I got antidotes, I got curatives. I don't know what a pepper upper is. Cure target of attack down and defense down. Alright, well, let's get some pepper upper. That seems useful. We'll get a couple of those. Yeah. 2 pepper uppers. Corpse Bride. I don't think they're going for Corpse Bride. But that's a good movie. Cure target of elemental resistance down. We'll get some serum too. And Spare Elixir, we got that already. Let's see what better gear we can get ourselves out there on the road. I don't need to read that out loud. That's a text message that has nothing to do with the stream. I almost started reading unrelated text messages on stream, and that would probably not be a great thing to do. So I'm going to stop what I was about to do and play the game instead. I'm not narrating that to you. We're going to go to the game parlor! Game parlor! I don't know if I want to do the game parlor again. That went on for a while last time. Maybe we'll come back to the game parlor when we're done here. There were some new rules introduced for the game we learned last time, and we haven't played with those yet. They just went super hard in the tutorial, and it got kind of old. Item shop, armor. What do we got the item shop? My favorite NPC is at the item shop. Hi! I didn't know you worked in this town too. How's it going? Oh, well, of course I'll buy stuff from you. That's what I'm here for, obviously, is to buy everything that you're selling. Oil pot? Yeah, I'll buy some oil pots from you. I will buy 2 oil pots from you. I am a big spender. I'll buy 3 of them because I accidentally clicked too far. That's fine. I regret buying all of that oil, but it was kind of worth it. Add 5 to wind damage target takes for 3 turns. Ooh, destructive bombs. No, that's not even, it's not even, I don't actually have family that would be texting me, but it is personal messages from people who are not part of the stream chat, so I don't need to bring their messages in here. Goodbye. I'll miss you. I think she's into me. We go way back though, honestly. You know, last time I was streaming this, I went to her shop and we talked a little bit, and I bought a bunch of bombs from her. Yeah. So we kind of have a history together. You should be jealous. How may I help you? The proprietor inquires. Do I have anything to sell? I don't know. I really need to actually use those bombs sometimes. I bought all of those bombs to impress the shopkeeper, and then I never actually used them in the game. Which is probably the exact reason you're not supposed to buy stuff in a game. But that's fine. I only have 1 torch left, because I went back into the cave after the end of the stream. Finished doing any cleanup work, because I didn't want to have to go back in there and stream again. There wasn't anything new, though. I did level up while I was in there, though. That's fine. We're fine. Will that be all, the proprietor asks. Yes, that will be all. Let's talk to some more NPCs in the beautiful city of Woodland Forest Town. Frightened girl. Apparently, she's heard rumors of the dragon destroying another town somewhere. That's not good. Our village would burn down so easily, she mutters. Perhaps a little bit more afraid of the symptom than the cause. Oh, there's Ritus' house over there. Oh, this is another new character. Awesome. You learn that Ritus' family is mired in debt and living hand to mouth, and I know how they got in so much trouble, the rumor monger says deliciously. We are not in the business of meddling in the personal affairs of others, Melanie says curtly, cutting her off. We don't get gossip, Melanie says no gossip, sorry about that. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlock the Woodlander woman's flip side story. Let's find out what's going on with the Woodlander woman. Own cards collection. Collection, characters. I know he takes no notice of me. I've made my peace with that. I'll be happy so long as I can watch him from the shadow. This place is a paradise. So many trees from which to gaze upon him from all angles, every day of the year, forever and always. Alright, well, she's a little obsessive. That's not healthy. But that's okay. You do you. Who's this over here? Gatekeeper. The shortcut is reserved for use by Woodland citizens only. The guard barks, clearly unwilling to let you pass. That's fine by me. Let's go to Ritus' house and then we'll retire to the inn. Enter Woodland Ritus' house? Yes. It's Ritus! Ritus pores over a book while practicing on the woodland flute. She remains dreadful at it. The instant you begin speaking, she nearly leaps out of her skin and hides the book. She somehow hadn't noticed you. I thought you were the debt collectors. You can't sneak up on me like that. She stammers, struggling to regain her composure. This must be her family. Cough, cough. I should actually take note of a woman who appears quite ill, as it turns out she is none other than Ritus's mother. She is in no small amount of pain. Will you give her something to ease her suffering? Yes. I don't think an oil pot makes a whole lot of sense. That increases fire damage. That's probably not something to give to someone with a cough. Have an antidote. The item you've proffered has no effect on her illness. But I appreciate the thought all the same, she says with a smile. Rice's mother hands you mysterious card 3 as the token of her gratitude. Oh shit, we got 3 mysterious cards. Oh my god. What are we gonna do with all these mysterious cards? I don't know. It's a mystery. She begins speaking of Ritus, who had been preparing the medicine that helps her get through the day. She blames her illness and therefore herself for making Ritus' life so difficult. The more she talks, the more her face drops. Alright, I guess we'll just go to the end now. That concludes our tour of Woodland. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Please support the local businesses while you're in town. They don't get a whole lot of through traffic here, being hidden away in the woods in a place where you need a magical flute to even find. So, help their economy out and stay at the local inn sometime. That's what I'm gonna do. Been a while since we've had any outsiders, the innkeeper says, beckoning the party inside. It turns out this inn is simply a place where the poor lost souls trapped in the bewildering woods may recover. You may stay as long as you like, free of charge. We've yet to have to pay for a single inn in this game. I like that. I like free hotel rooms. Oh, look at that food. That looks tasty. The wooden dining table practically groans under the weight of the platters upon it, all brimming with meat and vegetables from the bewildering wood. I've certainly earned this, you say to yourself as you slide into your seat at the table, positively drooling over the feast before you. Melanie takes no note of your boorish behavior, uttering a small prayer of thanksgiving before reaching for a plate of vegetables. A prayer of thanksgiving? Is Thanksgiving a term outside of being like a... Is that just the term of giving thanks? I didn't realize that was actually a term on its own. Thanksgiving. Definition. Because I don't think this takes place in, on Thanksgiving in whatever country this is. Thanksgiving is all it means is the expression of gratitude, especially to God, is apparently the first definition of Thanksgiving. The national holiday of Thanksgiving, I know the United States has a Thanksgiving, I know Canada has a Thanksgiving, there might be some other places that have a Thanksgiving. That's actually the secondary definition of Thanksgiving. Apparently, that is not the primary meaning of the word, and now we know. We've learned a lot today. I know I have. I already forgot the last thing we learned, though. So, Stella's. I learned about Stella's. Mar sits, eyes fixed on the food, upon the table, statuesque in his stillness. What a good boy. Mar is a good boy. Mar is a very good boy. Shoutouts to Mar. He's the goodest boy in the world. We love Mar here. This is a Mar loving stream. If you don't love Mar, there are lots of streams you can be watching right now. If you do love Mar, though, I hope you enjoy your stay. Lump, gobble, 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 snort, nom, 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 slurp, glug, glug, slurp, glug, nom, 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 crunch, 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 gulp. Oh, that Mar. What a way with words. Mar clears the entire table in a matter of seconds, even emptying the water barrel in a single gulp. He lets out a self-satisfied burp that sends a small jet of just drank water arcing out onto the floor. Melanie was not very excited about that one. The sun sinks low and the day draws to a close. I think Mara was a bit more endearing with this. He really was. Oh, you gotta go? No problem, Rocket. Thank you for coming by today, and I will catch you next time. Have a good one. Yeah, I'm half tempted. I'm more than half tempted to switch back to the old character designs just so people can know. Because the other characters still look like the characters, except for Mar. And if anybody wants to see what Mar is supposed to actually look like in this game, just let me know and we can just pop back to the main menu and I can switch over to the original character art for the game instead. Because now I know how to go back to the main menu. They buried it away and it's very confusing, but once you know how to do it, it's not a problem. Villager's voice. A scream pierces the silence. Fire! You leap out of bed, adrenaline coursing through your veins. The other follows suit, and before long, you burst through the front door and into the streets. This is a bad place for a fire. We're in the middle of a forest. Reyes' house is ablaze, a nearby villager screams. Oh shit, that's not good. To Reyes' house. Nope, I hope her mom's okay. She wasn't exactly... I'm not feeling too positive about her mom right now. Let's see how this goes. My mother's still inside! Reyes shrieks, darting past you to fetch water from the well south of the village. Thank you for the nothing, Andrew. I hope we can save her mom. But this is a Yoko Taro game, so I don't even know. I'll follow Reyes to the well south of Woodland. Yes. Maybe stick around and try to help the mom? I guess we don't want to go in the fire. Reyes is gathering water in an attempt to fight the blaze all on her own. Can you spare no one to help her? I think Mar would be the most useful because Mar could probably carry the most water because he's a big, strong boy. Mar's eyes light up. He scrambles over the edge of the well and sucks the well dry in an instant. Oh, he's gonna spit the water out. Oh, he's a good boy. He's like a squirty frog. If only I had some form of ice magic to counter the flames. If only. I can't think of a single person, Melanie, who has ice magic, Melanie, that could possibly help Melanie in a situation like this, though. Bummer. But at least Mara can help us. He pokes at his swollen belly and gestures towards Reyes' house as if to say, get me back there, quick. They face back to Reyes' house and use Mara's help to put out the fire. You know what? This scene makes a lot more sense if Mara is actually a Mar and not just Emil. So I'm going to take this as an opportunity to switch to the other costumes, just so you can understand the good boy who was about to squirt water all over this house. Yes. All right, check out this. So you got to hit options. You got to go over to other. And you got to select other. And then you got to select title screen. All right. It's a really weird menu system. I think they were thinking more about making everything look pretty with cards than actual navigation ability. So we're gonna go over to add-on content. We're not gonna go to the PlayStation Store, we're gonna go to options. Customize. Oh, there's also a pixel art set. We'll try that one next time. We're gonna go back to default though. I love this loading screen. Oh, it's done loading already. Darn it. If it's the first time you load, you can mash the X button to make it shuffle cards quicker. Alright, so now Look how good of a boy Mar is. Look at him. Look at the good boy. We love Mar. If you didn't know Mar before, now you should understand. He is the goodest boy. Let's get up and help. We've let that poor lady burn in this house long enough. Let's go help. Quickly, put it out. You have to put it out. Ryder screams at Mar. Mar uses water spray. Who may or may not be secretly racist. We don't know. But considering the characters we've been working with so far, it could very well happen. Mar douses the house with the water he sucked up from the well. Oh my god, he actually did like a Pokemon attack. I love it. The fire is reduced to mere embers and all is well. Or so you think. Something darts out from behind the house and attacks. Fire wolves? We're getting attacked by fire wolves? That's what it sounded like. It's a fire wolf. Oh shit. Happenstance cards will trigger each turn during this battle. Oh, okay. Add 3 to all allies' recovery rates. Oh, that's good. That's like a positive. I'm okay with that. 80 hit points? Holy shit. Okay. Happenstance can sometimes occur during battle. You can see the effect with the triangle button. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say not to do fire attacks against this thing. Lightning. We'll start with the standard slash. Gotta do a little bit of mana management here. Get a freeze in there quickly. Oh, that's a good freeze, too. Boom. Weak. Critical. Yeah, so this is like Final Fantasy magic, where opposites are strong against each other, rather than like a Rochambeau kind of system. Let's see. Periodically restore own HP. I guess we'll just do standard for now. You get a crit, that's good. I mean, we got it down to like half health in one turn. That's not bad. Add 2 to all allies' defense. Okay. That's really good defense. That's still a lot of damage, though. So you're going to heal Melanie. Critical. Apparently you can crit heals. That's cool. I like critting on heals. That's great. We'll just do freeze again, because that's clearly the best option. And I guess we'll just go for the body slam. I don't know if the armor matters when they're frozen. I feel like it might still. Either way, 4 is not very good. Add 2 to all ally defense. Happenstance seems to just be benefiting us, so I'm okay with that. Oh, no. Oh, 6 isn't bad. That's fine. Let's do standard again. So you can freeze again! 6 is enough to freeze. And it's a crit. Oh yeah, you're super dead, Wolf. Sorry about, nothing. I'm not sorry. There are no cures for you today. It's a lot of money, too. Mar leveled up! Look at the good boy, you leveled up! Oh, Mar. Rolling Claw. Okay, cool. We have new skills, so we can swap out Body Slam with that. The Fiery Beast dispatched. You return to putting out the last of the blaze with Mars' help. Renus's mother, now safe, tells you the creatures came out of nowhere and set the house aflame. What would bring a creature of fire to a place like this? You wonder. Oh, sorry, that was Ash. What would bring a creature of fire to a place like this, you wonder? Who knows? The next day. The next day knows exactly who. It's a pretty steep cost, but probably pretty strong the way defense seems to work. I would think so. I feel like anything with 2 is like worth it that round. Because it doesn't cost anything to do your standard attack. And the standard attack is like good enough that I don't mind doing it and building up a bank of tokens for it. Light breaks on a new day, and the commotion of the fire feels but a nightmare. You lead your party to Ritus' house to ask for safe passage out of the bewildering wood. Speak with Ritus at her home in Woodland. Let's swap out our skill card. Like, we'd never get rid of the first move, because that's the freebie one. This is AoE damage, so that's always good to have an option in there. And then, like, a healing ability is good to have, too. So, yeah. Other than that, I don't think you had any extra skills yet, no. And then Melanie had the one lightning, which was good, except I want to keep the other element options available. Then again, I never use Magic Strike. I pretty much always use skills when I use her. So, I mean, why not just get rid of the basic magic and just have these? Thunderstorm is a huge ability, but it's, like, really strong. I'm gonna do that. Melanie seems to be, like, the heavy hitter, since the main character is more of a healer. And, like, and Mara's better at just basic attacks in general. We'll see how this goes. Enter Woodland. Ritus' house? Yes. Though spared from complete collapse, Ritus' home has been thoroughly scorched. Let's say you do 2 damage and the enemy has 8 armor. You'll do roughly 2 damage per regular hit with the standard attack, but about 7 with the 50% boost. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That seems worth it. I mean, that could be enough to kill an enemy sometimes. And if you have like a handful of enemies on the other side, and you need one of them to just be dead so they don't all get another attack in on you, that could definitely be worth it to have. Alright, let's go talk. Ritus sits alone in one of its rooms. Oh, I guess the house's rooms. The air thick with the smell of char. There shouldn't be any fire creatures for miles, she grumbles. Says the monster appeared while she was playing the woodland flute last night. As to why any monster, let alone fire monsters, appeared, well, despite the circumstances, you ask Ritus to lead you out of the bewildering woods as promised. I did promise that, didn't I? She says warily, rising from her seat. The poor girl is clearly still in shock, and Ash has no subtlety in his body. He's just kind of, Ash just, again, not the greatest protagonist, you know? Maybe the morning after a terrible fire that almost killed her mom, you could maybe cut her a little bit of a break for, like, 20 minutes or something. But nah, that's fine. Whatever, let's just be like that. Why do you want to venture out beyond the bewildering wood anyway? She inquires as she gathers this and that in preparation to leave. What reason will you give her for wanting to leave the bewildering wood? Looking for the dragon? It's none of your business. We're looking for the dragon. We're in search of the dragon, you say valiantly, adding, the reward will be significant should we defeat him. Honesty is the best policy. Sounds like a real risky way to make a living, she replies flatly, feigning interest. A group of Ivory Order people came through here just the other day, she explains. I hate the Ivory Order. It's our old party. I hate those guys. Grr. You connect the dots with malice. Those three, receive. At last, Ritus is ready to depart for the edge of the bewildering wood. Ritus joins your party. I wonder if we... do we only have 3 people active at a time? A maximum of 3 characters, yeah, can participate in battle. Select party from the setup menu to form your battle party. Set up your party? Yes. Oh, this is the tricky part. I just gave Melanie, like, OP new skills, so I want to keep her around. And we just switched to the other cards so we could have Mar. Which really only leaves Protag here. But Protag is also our resident healer. But I don't care. And hopefully we just don't die. This is our party now. What skills does she have? Does she have anything that would be helpful? I got Loose Arrow, no damage. Poison Arrow does poison. Quick Shot deal 2 times damage. Okay, sure. I mean, probably the best option would have been to swap out Mar for her, but I don't want to get rid of Mar right now. DJ, thank you for redeeming nothing. Thank you for redeeming nothing. I hope you enjoy your prize. Me too, Amrev. Me too. Both of you. This is our party now. Do we have any spare equipment to throw on her? I don't think we have any accessories, do we? No, we don't. Drag Guard looks pretty cool, though. Okay. You're doing it for your health. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, that's fine. Oh, no. Your turn. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you were going to betray me there for a second, but, hydrate's good. Thank you. Thank you, Alistair. Nice and hydrated. Alright. Adventure is out there. We're out there. Let's get the show on the road. Depart from the eastern side of Woodland and make your way through the bewildering wood. Let's go talk to Mom first. Ritus's mother tells you she was once deceived by a crooked merchant and plunged into debt. Ritus has been working to repay the debt ever since her mother took ill. You lightly press your thumb and forefinger to the corner of each eye, a mixture of sadness and anger swirling within you. Okay, see, we can actually, have feelings that aren't just money motivated. I mean, it is technically still money motivated, but it's not personal gain motivated. So that's nice. A little bit of that human side. Fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Ritus's mother's flip side story. Let's go. Check that out, and then we'll head back into the woods. Characters! Ritus's mother. Either through bad luck or too trusting a heart, Ritus's mother has endured no shortage of hardship despite living in secluded woodland. You might think the repeated swindlings would get her down, but that would require that she realize she has been defrauded. Perhaps ignorance really is bliss. Yeah, realizing when someone rips you off for a bunch of money is never fun. Oh, they absolutely do. Welcome to JRPG Fantasy Clothing 101. I'm not complaining. It's definitely a lot of form-fitting stuff, though. Also, Yoko Taro always has, really ridiculous reasoning for why he does his costumes. Well, really at the end of the day, it's just no, I thought it looked good. They actually came up with an excuse for why 2B is dressed the way she is. And it was oh, well, this is for, cooling areas or something. I don't know. There was some sort of like explanation as to like the reason the costumes were the way they were. And it's like, no, dude, you were just horny when you drew this. That's fine. You're just making it worse for yourself right here. The road takes you to the east side of the bewildering woods, but you'd be hard-pressed to find your way without a woodlander's help, the guard warns. Upon seeing that Ridus is with you, he steps aside and lets you through. Jump to bewildering wood shortcut? Yes. The Tailors Guild makes sure their members get their hours in. Yes. The eastern portion of the wood certainly does not want for thick, soupy fog. Soupy fog. Wow, that's a good adjective for fog. It's like it's so dense that you could stick a spoon in it and eat it. How much fog would you have to eat to get full-on fog, do you think? Your ability to manipulate the camera has been restricted. You probably have to eat a lot of fog to fill up on it. An enemy appears. That didn't take long. What's that? Let's shoot arrows. Shooting arrows. I'm gonna poison you real quick. Poison seems like a good idea. Roll up the button. Click status ailment at 4 or greater. Come on. Oh, that's a 2. That's fine. We still did damage at least. That's a different kind of mushroom than before. It's a new one. I guess you'd have to ingest an amount of fog roughly the size of a house. I don't know how dense fog can get, but like what kind of area of fog would you need to get like a gallon of water? Like if it was like the thickest fog in the world, I wonder how much surface area you would need to cover. Size of a house could be. I have no frame of reference. That could make sense. I'm not a science brain. I'm a normal brain. Science brains are smart. I just use rolling claw. Boom! Rolling claw. Yeah, it was something. Do standard attack again, that's fine. Good thing I got rid of my healer. Oh, she's dead. Alright, we're done there. Moving on. Oh, okay. Well, what's that? Something happening? We turn away, ready to lead the party deeper into the bewildering woods. Wait just a moment, you lots, calls the voice of an older man from somewhere behind you. Thrice appears to be familiar with him. She calls him Mr. L. Here you are, young lady, he says, handing her a slip of paper. Invoice for rental property damage and associate repair totaling 1 million G. Can we kill him? I would like to kill him. Can we kill him? Honest question, can we kill him? Oh dear. Further, Mr. O explains, Ridus did not have a fire insurance policy at the time of the conflagration, and so she shall have to pay in full. I'll thank you kindly to pay by the end of the month. Bye now, Mr. O says, receding from you as he returns to the forest and his life of being a shitbag. Ridus lets out a bemused chuckle, her demeanor remarkably calm for what has just transpired. She pulls the woodland flute from her cloak and begins softly playing. Round of applause for Ridus, everybody. She'll be here all week. She's been working on that solo since last night, you know. She's been practicing. I saw her practicing in her room. Despite her house catching on fire and her mom also catching on fire, she managed to make time to practice that flute solo for all of us. So I hope you enjoyed it. She put a lot of work into it. She's doing the best she can, okay? You understand? Ritus' ear-splitting performance, shall we say, draws monsters out from behind the trees. Within moments, they are nearly upon you. Just doing normal arrow. Okay. We'll fire the second one, because that's probably going to kill in one hit. Or not. You're going to deal damage to all enemies. Boom! Headshot. You weren't quite strong enough to kill with the loose arrow, so we'll do a quick shot and finish it off. Awesome. We did it, gamers! We killed some more trees! That's odd. I must have made a mistake, Ryta says, burying her face in her old book once more. What do you ask, Rytus? What are you reading? What are you talking about? What are you reading? She opens the book to a particular page and thrusts it in your face. You can't tell anyone in the village I'd like to see this, okay? It's a page of sheet music with a note scrawled beside it that reads, "Play this lucky tune to reverse your financial fortunes and make money woes a thing of the past." Oh, so she's playing magic music. She's just not very good at it. No matter how many times I played this last night, our debt never went down, she fumes incensed. You inspect the page a bit more carefully. Off in a corner, in letters so small as to be illegible, another message reads, "May summon monsters if played incorrectly." Uh-oh. You finally see that so long as Rytus holds the flute, this is nothing more than a monster conjuring melody. You snatch the woodland flute from... No! Let Rytus have her flutes! She was having so much fun with this. She's going to get it right one of these days. You've lost your flute playing privileges, you inform her. That's bullshit. Let Rytus play the flute. I believe in Rytus's ability to play the greatest monster summoning, the greatest bad money problem reversing music ever. But I'll never escape from this mountain of debt without it, cries, clearly still believing in the melody of fortune. Melanie quietly opines that while Rytus is many things, bright is not one of them. I think she's very bright. I don't know. I think she's got a good idea. If I had a flute that could make me suddenly have a fortune, you know I'd take it. Do you believe in money-making melodies? I sure do. Best answer I was able to find was 30 milliliters per cubic... Wait, 30 milliliter? Wait, 30 milliliters per cubic meter, which is either 3 milliliters or 30 liters, depending on what kind of typo it was. Huh. 30 liters. Okay, yeah, 30 milliliters per cubic meter. Or 3 milliliters or 30 milliliters. I'm going to say that it's probably going to be the 30 milliliters and not the 3 milliliters. I say this because the O and the 0 are next to each other on the keyboard. So it seems like that digit probably should have been there. They just missed the key they were trying to hit. So I think it's probably supposed to be 30 milliliters. Weighs about a gram. Alright, Melanie quietly opines that while right is as many things, bright is not one of them. Melanie is super smart. Pass through the bewildering wood shortcut. Alright, let's go. We got treasure. Treasure. And spirit elixir. That's basically the Phoenix down in this game. An enemy appears. Oh yes, I didn't actually see if the green mushroom had a different weakness than the standard mushroom. I think an arrow would kill any mushroom just as well, though. Standard shot glass holds a little over 40 milliliters, if that helps. $30 milliliters per cubic meter. Okay, visualizing that. That would, yeah, that's got to cover a lot of space. My brain is dying trying to process the game and that at the same time. But a cubic meter is pretty big, and shot glass is pretty small. Catch on fire, please. He died! Yay! Oh, and he leveled up. Most door handles are about a meter high, so look at your door and imagine a square. No, I know how high a meter is. My brain is dying from trying to think, like, how many cubic meters wide, like, it would need to be. This is double proof, decrease wind, bolt damage by 5. Okay. Decrease wind commable. I assume decrease wind and bolt damage by 5. Anyway, let's get places. Let's get out of these woods. An enemy appears. Is it a mushroom in a tree again? It's 2 trees. Can you poison a tree? I feel like you should be able to poison a tree. Come down. Blah, blah, blah. It's poison. Deal damage. I want you to die from the poison. No, die from the poison, not attack me. Oh shit, poison's really good in this game. Poison's a 1d6 per turn. That's actually pretty strong for poison. I wasn't expecting nearly that much. Good work. They really did. It's strange that nature has managed to form itself into such a dungeon-like layout. All of its own free will. They did it. Events. You hear a beautiful melody flowing from the forest depths. It sounds like singing and perhaps bird song. You know what? I'm going to see what happens if I find the singer, because we didn't try that option before. As if drawn in by the voice, you head deeper into the forest where you find a woman playing a stringed instrument. I want the right... Oh, it's not a harpy this time. I guess it can actually be a woman singing in the forest as well as being a harpy. I want the right words come to me, she laments, her fingers stopping on the strings. Hearing her sigh, you offer to help her with her song. Very well, then please finish this verse. She responds, then begins to sing. In a snow-covered town, I hear a voice. Oi, oi, oi! In a snow-covered town, I hear a voice. Q! Now, in a snow-covered town, I hear a voice. It's frickin' cold! You shout the words in a loud voice, the woman's mouth hangs open wide. The words are so plain, perhaps overly so, which is precisely why they pierce the hearts. She says, your cheap words somehow resonating with her. She entreats you to let her use your lyrics, imagining the royalties. You happily agree. That was the stupidest event I've seen in my life, and I love it. I'm glad we could help the songwriting process any way we could. Treasure! Treasure just found. Oh, we got new armor. Knight's chainmail, the best plate of a famous sellsword. Is anybody we have in our party right now? Does each card represent a different party member's input? No, I don't think so. I think all of those options are just options for Ash specifically, unless they specify a different character. I think. I don't know for sure. I'll pay attention to that next time just in case. But I'm pretty sure, just because Ash is not supposed to be like a super defined character. Obviously, he's greedy and he likes money, but he's supposed to kind of be the player character too. Hence, them not giving him an official name. It's kind of a placeholder name. But it could be that they're for each party member. But you can shuffle your party members around too. So, I don't know. It wouldn't be for each party member because our party is currently 3 different people than the last time we did that. And we had the same 3 options at the bottom of the screen that we had with the previous party. We swapped Ash out with Rydas, and it was the same choices. Equipments, or own cards equipment. Oh, both of them can wear it, so let's see, who is that better for? +9? That's a big improvement over her current stuff. She does lose 1 to speed, and then by comparison, that's just all around a gain for him. I guess we'll give it to him. Just so we don't have to cut down on speed yet. I'm sure we'll get more armor soon enough. An enemy appears. Three enemies. That's a lot of enemies. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna poison the big one real quick. Hopefully. Poison? Poison! Super poison. Mara's very tanky now. Tanky boy. The best good boy. The best tanky good boy. Good boy, and he's a good tank. Good tanky boy. Fire, fire, fire! I'm curious to see what skill we unlock with Rydas, because she still has a slot that isn't even taken up yet of her base skills. Alright, you can do a, let's see. Just do a standard attack, that's fine. 2. Not as good, but it still works. It's still poison, too. That's the important part. What is my attack? My attack is 16. 16 minus 6 is 10, so that should still kill this thing. Yeah. There's still the RNG, but In a perfect world, it would kill, and it did. Do I overkill with the thunderstorm? Yes, I do. Granted, that's better at crowd damage, but I only have one enemy, so I might as well go into this. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that thunder. Hell yeah, thunder. Whatever. I think I care about your baby attacks for babies. I don't. Loose arrow. And a crit. Victory. That was a fight for the ages. Ash leveled up. Ash wasn't okay. So even if you're not in the party, you gain experience. So that's good to know. I don't do like the active party members only thing, which is great. I don't like it when they do that, because then you have people who just fall weirdly behind for reasons, and then you never want to use them, and then you just keep not using them, except for when you decide, like, oh, but I want them to be useful, and then you have to do, like, a really frustrating grinding session for hours to get them on par with everybody else in the party. Don't need that. Here's some pepper over. Alright. Where are we going now? I need to use my bombs. Looks like you're over your item limit. You'll need to use or discard one. Oh, we can just use one. That's fine. I have people to heal. Restore 10 HP. Use it on Melanie. And, yeah, we're good. We're good to go. An enemy. I don't think we've gotten the deep lore for the Dryad person yet. Should probably get it soon though, I would think. Poison again. Love me my poison. That is not poison. Not poison. You messed up on the poison, but that's okay. There's always next time. I can still freeze. And if we just keep you frozen and don't attack you immediately, we can knock out the other guy first. Boom. The ice doesn't crack super quick, so that's good. But I don't need to heal 2 times. I'm going to do standard and hope for a crit. I did not get a crit. It does. That's a very strong move, and that's why I kind of wanted to say that. Like, I could probably take out the other person with it really easy. She's kind of a glass cannon right now, since she has, like, the worst defense at the moment. But, like, her attack is super, super good. Alright, I didn't give you a standard attack, so we're just gonna Thunderbolt everybody. That's satisfying. Right, it's leveled up. New skill? There we go. Acquired. Oh, okay. Add 3 to damage if target is afflicted by status ailment. That's pretty good, because I always use poison right away with her, too. Granted, the poison doesn't always hit, but, like, still good. Still a good thing to have. More leveled up. Heck yeah. Getting stronger. Super strong. It's so friggin' cold. Not actually cold, I'm just singing my famous lyrics from earlier in the stream. It's a callback to 5 minutes ago. Do you remember that? I remember that. You hear a beautiful melody flowing from the forest. This one's going to be We'll try Find the Singer again. Maybe you always get the same result with Find the Singer, or maybe it's still randomized and we'll hit a heartbeat. Because when we listened carefully the first time, it was a heartbeat. And when we found the singer, it was someone singing in the woods. And when we said, who cares, we just ignored it. So we're going to find the singer and see if we get... you take a peek inside the grass and immediately find the owner of the voice. It's a heartbeat. Okay, so it is randomized. It seems like the heartbeat hasn't noticed you. Startled the monster flaps its wings and flies away. You find some coins scattered about where it stood. You don't always fight either. Oh, free money? I like free money. That's the whole reason we're here, is for the free money. Here, right as chirps, pushing overgrown boughs and shrubs aside. As she does, a hidden path out of the bewildering woods comes into view. Leave the confines of the bewildering woods shortcut? No, I'm not going to. I want to see what's up here first before we leave. There might be something good, some good treasure, and then we'll head out. Over to whatever town we were going to again. I already forgot again. See how much damage that is. 20 damage. So even with the 6 defense, we were able to do 20. It's pretty solid. We're probably gonna have to throw an item away. So I'm gonna try to use a bomb in the next fight. Since we're gonna run out of inventory space again anyway. And bombs aren't actually all that good. I just bought them so the NPC that has no free will or ability to think for itself would like me better. I might as well use them up. Maybe you should also use a bomb. No, you're gonna use, oil pot. And you're gonna use a bomb. Although deal 5 damage doesn't necessarily say fire damage. That is a good point, but I want to see if a bomb qualifies as fire damage real quick, because bombs are cheap. I can get more bombs easy. Does a bomb count as fire damage, though, or does it not? Bomb does not count as fire damage, so that's good to know. You can't stack oil and bomb and have it be effective. Because that could have been like with piercing armor, that could have been 15 if it's stacked. Which would have been very good. But it's not. This, however, is going to do 3 times damage. 28! Holy shit. Thank you, oil. I have a whole bunch of, like, buffing potions, too. But I don't know, I bought those for, like, boss fights, but there's way more random encounters than boss fights. And we got another oil pot! Hey, it's like nothing ever happened. But we fought some stuff, we gained some experience along the way. That's what really matters. An enemy appeared! It's Pikachu! Oh wait, it's not. I was wrong. I just get that one wrong. So if I can poison this, her passive ability is going to make it so we do 3 extra hits of damage every time we attack that enemy. And that's good. I like that too. Put the wind resistance down on all enemies if roll is 4 or greater. Whatever. The real treasure was the experience you earned along the way. Exactly. And like, that's not even in like a metaphorical sense, because in video games that actually works. So this normally would do 16 damage, minus 10 damage, which would be 6 damage, but it should do plus 3, so it should do 9 damage, unless we crit. Alright, so we still got like a slight improvement. Our hit was not a crit, so it did a little less. It's more damage than it would have done if the enemy hadn't been poisoned first. This is a good like learning time too, because we're figuring out which abilities like interact and do the best job of stacking, so we can like wreck a boss later. It's great. Good times. Good times for everyone. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Dryad's enemy story. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Green Fungo's enemy story. Let's find out what we got going on there. Not characters, monsters. Green Fungo. Seeing as they produce poison within their bodies for protection, these guys are anything but fun. Factor in their tough flesh and you have a meal even the omnivores avoid. So many chefs have tried and failed to come up with a way to render these creatures edible, that each new poisoning elicits little more than an eye roll from the physician on duty. Quit trying to eat the green mushrooms. You can't eat the green mushrooms. Just stop. You keep killing yourselves because you keep trying to eat the green mushrooms, and they're not food. Don't do it. The NPCs in this game are dumb. Alright, what else we got? What else we got? What else we got? We got the Dryad. Look at that. Look at the spooky wolf. Alright, we'll come back to that later when we unlock the backside. The Dryad. Dragons believe themselves the belle of the forest ball, so to speak. On the night of the full moon, they have been known to hold concerts deep in the heart of the forest. The mere hint of a Dryad song is enough to send creatures of the forest fleeing. For those who pay any mind to it, pass gently into that good night. There you have it. But what if they're hiding some super secret tastiness? Amriv, you can't just assume that everything... They probably are. But, you know, I think you got a pretty good point there. They're probably pretty tasty. If everyone keeps trying to eat them, there's got to be something good inside. Okay. That's fair. They're probably hiding some super secret tastiness. I can get behind that statement. Oh, which way are we going? I don't remember which way we're going. Oh, I know. This way. Okay. We're almost out of here. We're almost free. An enemy appeared, though. We gotta beat it up first. Poison's gonna be garbage against poison mushrooms. Fire. Bram. And pretty much anything would kill you at this point. Let's go. But I'm gonna overkill. Just in case I don't quite finish it off. And now we feast. Leave the area? Yes. Yes, we do. Oh, Amriv. I don't think I mentioned this last time because you weren't at the previous stream, but I got my my Twitch results thing that I've been sending out for streamers. And you've actually collected more channel points than anyone else on this channel. So congratulations for being the record holder on that one. At last, you are free of the bewildering woods. Praise the power of the woodlander, as you squeal in admiration of Ritus. She giggles bashfully. You certainly kept your promise, say. Thanks for showing us the way. I was hoping I could join you on your quest to defeat the dragon, Ritus suddenly blurts out. What? I didn't know they tracked that either, but it was in the email. Most of it was like my own stats, but they also showed me like which emotes were used the most in chat, and then they showed me who had collected the most redeem points. So apparently they track it. None of your data is private anymore. All of it goes to Bezos eventually. That's just the world we live in. Putting on a card ever so slightly may reveal what it contains? What does that mean? You say to Ritus, how do you tug on a card gently? Why do you want to go after the dragon? No way I'm splitting the reward with you. Oh, so you don't have to pull the card out all the way. You can. That's such a weird mechanic. You can just get better TTV to grab those green chests for me so I don't go crazy trying to click them efficiently. That's a good idea. I always forget to click on those things. I didn't realize this was a mechanic. If you don't hold down the button all the way, you can pull up the card and kind of see what they're going to say before you choose the option. I never paid attention to the little pop-up notification of that. That's a very odd thing to include, but she takes out her old book and she's going to tell us something from the book, or no, I won't delete my shares of the rich, and then he will complain. Yeah. It's a funny little touch. We're going with the not douchebag answer. She takes out her old book and thrusts another page in your face. This week's creature of fortune is the dragon. Boons may befall those who encounter him. Melanie's jaw goes slack. What is the deal with this book? Melanie asks, bewildered. I can probably pay off my debt if we can just defeat the dragon, Ritus jerks, revealing her true intentions. No, I won't dilute my share of the riches any further. No more additions to the party, Clark. Have you no hearts? Are you just going to leave a young, helpless girl like me to drown in an ocean of debt and deal with that crusty old man? Ritus fires back relentlessly. Bickering. I like the little bickering, fighting animation they do on the characters. Ritus now. I want to go! No. So goes the endless chorus of your thoroughly unproductive arguments. Melanie calmly reminds you that the party in its current form stands little chance of defeating the dragon. See, you need me, Ritus says, sensing an opportunity. Your well-reasoned argument of no, thwarted, you nod your head in resignation and welcome Ritus to the party. It is a very well-worded argument, but it does suck. Ritus joins your dragon hunting party. Yes! She's a very strong party member. We replaced Ash with... He's just salty because I replaced him in the party with her. That's why. That being said, I do kind of need a healer, so I might have to swap Mara out in a second. Ritus joins your dragon hunting party, because Mara's honestly not that... Mara's a very good boy, don't get me wrong, but his skill set's not that great. Oh, we got another little cinematic. Mystery of the Four solved, their hero's journey into its hearts. There they meet a girl calling herself a woodlander. She leads them to her home nestled deep in the bewildering wood. A home that soon burns in an unimaginable tragedy. A home she did not own, leaving her mired in debt. Determined to pay her way to freedom, she joins our heroes on their quest to fell the dragon. She embraces her new compatriots and leaves the woods behind. Their next stop, a curious village where monsters and humankind coexists. Chapter 3, Unionville. Mara's currently a tank build, as 1.5 attack is strictly worse than her next 2 attack. Yeah, I think the best time to use Mar is like, if we have an actual boss fight coming up, we can swap him in. But for like casual encounters with like little enemies, we don't really need the tank so much. and we can just kill everyone in 1 to 2 rounds otherwise. But I mean, I can see the purpose for Mara, just not for regular grinding, especially since everyone gets experience whether they're in the party or not. And east to Unionville. I think we'll probably get to Unionville. Talk to whoever needs to be talked to there. And before we set out into the wild again, we will call there for the day. So probably another 30 minutes or so, I imagine, on this. Let's head east. An enemy appears. What do we got? New enemy type? Old enemy type? Recolor enemy type? Looks like old enemy types. I did not crit, but you're low enough that I can nuke you pretty easy. Damage to all enemies. That was pretty strong. I'm not a fan of that. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, I'm gonna swap Mara out now. Get Killer Man back in the team. We fulfilled the necessary requirement and unlocked Armed Slime's enemy story. Check that while we're here too. Party. Sorry, Mar. I'll see you later, though. You're still the best boy in the world. Don't you forget it, okay? Just because you're not fighting doesn't mean you're not better than everyone else here. I love everybody equally, but I love you way more equally than I love the rest of them. And you remember that, okay, Mar? Okay, Mar. I'll see you in a little bit, okay? Where are we doing? We're going to collection. We're going to monsters. Going. Armed slime. These slimes have learned how to wield human weaponry. Most all who have taken them lightly have paid with their lives. Well, learn to wield is perhaps overstating things. They still primarily attack by ramming their gooey body into their enemies, but now they do so while brandishing a sword. You know, when it comes to swords, it's really the thought that counts more than actually being able to use the sword. So, you know, good on you, little slime. You're doing your best. This is a good road. It's a very long road, though. Alright, so. We'll do a quick shot on one of them. Pew, 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 pew. Like that. And now, who are we gonna heal? Looks like, I think Melanie's a little lower. Oh, not Kira. Heal. We'll start with Melanie this time. And next time we'll get Thrice. Actually, I'm just gonna pass so we can get that extra heal taken care of right now. Because otherwise, we're just gonna keep doing this forever. And we'll heal Melanie again next time because she still needs 11. Good work. Thank you. I've listened to this music on loop for so many hours playing Nier already that it's like disorienting hearing it in a different game where I'm not riding around on a board in big circles all the time. wind buffer. Oh, what's the sign? This way to Unionville, this way to Shoreland. Let's head to Unionville first, shall we? That is the goal. That's the goal. That's where we're going. Don't you worry about it. It's Unionville, you guys. We made it to Unionville. Welcome to Unionville, everyone. This is the final destination on our journey today. Don't worry, it's not like the movie Final Destination. Everyone will survive, probably. No promises on that one, though. You see something approaching from up ahead. A monster, Melanie shouts, readying for battle. Final Destination. Oh, yeah, there's that one, too. I was thinking of the movie, but it could just be, we just walked right into Smash Bros. The final character reveal for Smash Bros. Was that Smash Bros. Is no longer its own game. It's actually a character in Voice of Cards. They retconned the game into an NPC that we're going to have to fight. So, get ready for that. A monster, Melanie shouts, readying for battle. All right, because monsters live here alongside the people. Mr. Flobby, get back here. It's dangerous out there. A young girl chides, taking the creature back to the village. It seems you finally arrived at Unionville, a village where humans and monsters live together in peace. So basically, Melanie's biggest nightmare, because Melanie is probably the most racist person in the party, because she just wants to beat up any monster she sees. So this is probably not a good place for her to be. What a weird place, remarks Ritus lightheartedly. I like it. Meanwhile, Ritus is like, I think Ritus is, of the humans, Ritus is probably the only good one. So, like, motivation-wise, she's the only one with, like, actual good motives. Granted, there's still financial motives, but it's not like greed finance. It's like, I need my family to live a happy life and not just be stuck in debt and poverty forever. As opposed to, I want money now, give me money now. And as opposed to, I just want to kill anything that's a monster. Those aren't as strong of motives. Mara's motives are that he's a very good boy, so Mara's also on the right side of history here. We aren't staying a moment longer than necessary, says an unsettled Melanie, her distaste for monsters plain on her face. Ask the denizens of Unionville what they know about the dragon. Carrot shop. So, I haven't used the carrot shop, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay, every time you go to the carrot shop, it adds more carrot shop destinations so you can get around the map quicker. So that's nice. I still love that character design. Very mischievous. We should get some armor for Ritus. Fairy dress works for either Ritus or Melanie. But it will. I imagine most of these are going to drop Ritus's speed down by 1. But this is a good investment for Melanie, but let's see what else we got here. There's so much at the store. It may be Final Destination, but items are definitely on. They kind of turned items on high here, actually. So, not sure if Unionville is the most tournament legal Smash Bros. Related city, but that's fine. He needs an upgrade for sure. His sword sucks right now. Mistral Blade. Yeah, I'll give you a sword. Okay. $16 to $20. $16 to $19. What are all the rings here? Protect against poison, protect against bolt, protect against wind. +2 to defense. I'm gonna get the Ring of Protection for her. Granted, losing 1 speed is nowhere near as bad as gaining extra defense, but I also have limited money to work with, so I kind of just want to stretch it as far as I can. I'm gonna get that for Melanie. Give the Mara the chainmail and his current armor to the Bogo. Oh, I think I already did that. I'm pretty sure I switched their armors actually. Unless I'm mistaken. I thought about switching their armors. I think the thing is, any other gear that I have is going to drop Ritus's speed, which is what I was trying to avoid, but a speed of 10 is still not bad. It's still the best speed I'd have. I was just hoping I would find some armor that would make her faster. Oh, I guess I didn't swap hers. Yeah, I gave Mar the chainmail. His armor is just not equipped to anyone right now. His armor is honestly not very good. I should probably just buy her some armor and take the hit to speed. That's fine. Not a big deal. She'll still be plenty fast. I have enough probably to get 1 more piece of armor. And then I can sell everything I have and figure it out from there. I guess just... Yeah, we'll get the... We'll just both have nice chainmail, I guess. Alright, well there's our money. Let's sell everything we have and get out of here. Go talk to some monster friends. I think it does affect turn order. So as far as like random encounters, you could get through random encounters a lot quicker if everyone gets to attack before an enemy can attack. But yeah, I don't think it gives you extra moves, so it might not be super important. But there might come a point in the game where you can. I don't know. At this point, probably not, but it's possible it could. Who knows? Either way, defense is higher now. That's the important part. Let's see what else we got in town. It's not the armor. We're done with the armor. Goodbye, armor. Swing by the item shop just to say hi. We want to unload any of our items because we have a lot of buffing items right now. I'm not gonna get a whole lot from them, but I feel like we just have too many. Those generate gems. I should probably use those during a boss fight. I just need to remember that they're there. 29 of 30. Yeah, we have way too many items here. I don't need all these pepper uppers. We're gonna get rid of a pepper upper. And a lot of antidotes. And poison doesn't seem to last beyond a single encounter, so it's really not necessary to have that many antidotes, so I think just 3 should be fine. I assume this is the same items they had at the last item store. That's like the same stuff. Leave. Oh, we could go to the game parlor. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that last thing. Furball owner. The woman frowns deeply, claiming the cakes she bought for her beloved furball have all been eaten by someone else. Did you eat the cakes, Chad? Did you eat Furball's cakes? Don't do that. Those were for Furball. What are you doing? I know you're hungry, but you're gonna have to get your own snacks. Poor Furball. Can't believe you guys. Young Furball. A quiet Furball sits with crumbs around its neck. I'm sorry for blaming you, Chad. I think Furball already ate the cakes. Oh, Furball, always getting into trouble. What a card. You do have a piece of cake right now. Well, I'm going to hope that you didn't take that from Furball. I'm watching you. The young orc child. The child says his monster friend left the village suddenly to go back home. I hope I didn't fight them. I would feel really bad about that. It's chocolate with mint. That sounds pretty good. I don't think I've ever had cake with mint frosting before. He claims the headman told him that he could go home when he grew up too. The little orc child pouts, but I don't know where my home is. Oh. Probably safer living here, to be honest. It's rough though. Sorry, kid. He asks the old man if he knows anything about the dragon. No, sir, he answers. All I know is that it brings more trouble to this already troubled world. But our headman is a wise and worldly man. He might know something, he remarks, pointing at a house not far away. Oh, the Elder's house. I see that. Ask Unionville's headman what he knows of the dragon. Well, let's talk to everyone else first, and then we'll go to the Elder's house. Thank you for the nothing, Redeeming. A young goblin. The little goblin sulks as he gazes upon the withering flowers he tried so desperately to take care of. I feel that. Thankfully, my cactus is finally doing okay, but I've been struggling with plant care. I don't know how you do it. You give them water and it's too much water. You don't give them water and then they die. I feel you, young goblin. He looks at you with tears in his eyes, silently begging you for help. Will you use something to save the wilting flowers? Dump water over it? Nothing. Give them some salve. Search your bag for salve, but come up empty-handed. Well, that was a waste of time. We'll try the water one. Dump water over it. They must be thirsty, you think to yourself, then douse the flowers in water until... Stop, the goblin shrieks angrily. You're drowning them. But were that easy, the goblin says, if he would have done it himself. Yeah, that wasn't probably very helpful. That's fine. What's going on over here? The young boy wanders up to your group in wide-eyed wonder. You surmise his curiosity stems from the lack of travelers visiting the village. You realize you are right when he assails you with questions about your origins and adventures. The Inquisition leaves you exhausted. You fulfilled the necessary requirement and unlocked Simple Boy's flipside story. Let's read about this small, assuredly troubled child. There are surprisingly not many cards, 22 of 38. I don't know, it seems like there would be more than that. I don't know, that seems like a low number. There are a lot of repeat NPCs though, so I guess that makes sense. Simple Boy. This little boy loves climbing trees. Just you watch. Today he's going to climb the big tree in the square. This little boy loves his big sister. Today he's going to climb a tree to have a look-see in his sister's room. It's kind of weird. Girl and Mr. Flobby. However does your mouth become so filthy, Mr. Flobby? Sighs the girl as she wipes the slime clean. Clearly embarrassed, Mr. Flobby murmurs, "That's not my mouth." Moving on. Young orc child. The little orc child is engrossed in a fairy tale. The title reads The Legend of the Dragon. That seems important. What sort of story could this be? Sneak a peek? Picture books are for kids. Dude, we're trying to learn about a dragon. Come on, sneak a peek. Take a peek into the picture book and come across a passage that piques your interest. Defeated by the kingdom's army, the dragon hid itself away. To where, you wonder? Then recall that this is merely a fairy tale. Lately, a suspicious man cloaked in black has been seen wandering about the village outskirts. The old woman looks at Melanie and remarks that he was dressed just like her. Ooh, that's spooky. I wonder, we don't know a whole lot about Melanie's history. She's just kind of traveling with us because she seemed powerful. So maybe they were former colleagues. Wow, a new friend, and so big too, the furball exclaims in glee as it rushes over to Mar. Mar stares off into the distance as the furball snuggles up to his leg. For some reason, Ritus joins in on the cuddling. Oh, they're all friends now. Mar is staring into the distance, thinking probably, I want to beat up this little furball. I'm going to pretend that Mar is just being very shy around his new friend. I don't know. I don't know if she was cuddling Mar or the furball. The furball would probably make a little more sense. I'm not sure. Either way, it's one of the less strange things we've read in this town, so I'm okay with it. The village headman is a renowned gourmet, and rumor has it he only dines on the finest foods. The man says he wishes he, too, could have such a lavish meal just once in his life. His deep desire for delicacy is only growing with time. You've fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked average man's flipside story. Let's go into the collection. Average man. This one. Not a day passed that he didn't wear his hair or arrange his clothes just the way she liked. She was the prettiest girl in the village, and one day he was sure she'd notice him. Before long, the village was full of men who dressed the same and wore their hair the exact same way. She ceased to be able to tell any of them apart. That's why all the NPCs look the same. They all dressed the same so they could impress this one NPC. And then they became a hive mind. A hive mind of the same 5 people, copied and pasted all over the world. Very impressive. The deep lore. Travelers! You hear a voice call from somewhere. Down here at thy feet, you look down to see a small clump of fur by your boots. Is that the elder? Clump of fur speaks. I am Lappy, and I should like to journey forth with thee. Lappy the furball looks at you with amiable expectations. How do you respond? What makes you think we'll be your friend? All right, let the adventure begin. I want more friends! Furball friend, let's go! Come on, Lappy, join the crew. Of course, the more the merrier, you exclaim, pumping your fist energetically into the air. That doesn't seem like a very honest answer. He's probably going to follow this up with, like, as long as you don't want money, then you can leave. But Melanie coldly interjects, no, I can't trust monsters. Thoroughly rejected by Melanie, Lappy bursts into tears. No, Lappy! Lappy says he has no friends because of his aged face and speech. All alone, he decides to leave the village on a journey. Your party is silenced by the crying child with the face of a grown man. You tell Melanie to be nice and quip that both she and Lappy could use a friend. Exhausted from arguing with you, Melanie half-heartedly agrees. Fine, we can be friends. However, she says that they are on a dangerous journey to defeat the dragon. As such, they cannot take a child with them. Lappy leaps up and hugs her in his excitement, exclaiming, "Thou hast made me so happy!" Friendship, yeah! We even got a special card for it. Looks like Melanie and Lappy became friends. Yeah. No more hating on monsters now that your best buddy's a little furball. Yay, friendship! Till next time, Melanie says, peeling Lappy off of her and placing him on the ground. Though she thought all monsters to be evil, Melanie feels that the ones here are different. That's called character development. Melanie's growing. Finally, a friend. Good old Lappy. Enter Unionville Headman's home? Yes. Oh, fancy house. Very fancy. You bow, but before you can speak, the man suddenly introduces himself as the village headman. He laughs and shamelessly praises his own village as being wondrous and peaceful. "And who are you?" he asks. "How will you answer? The heroes who are going to take the dragon down? Just a troop of traveling entertainers. Do we lie? Do we tell the truth? I think we tell the truth. I'm going to be truthful with them." Okay, so apparently you can't always peek. I was going to try to peek at what it said down below on the card, but I don't think that option always exists. It only sometimes lets you take a little sneak peek. After explaining that you were on a quest to defeat the dragon, the headman invites you to rest your feet a bit in his village. He says that he has heard rumors of the dragon when he traveled the world. "You must be tired from your journey. Have a seat, so I'll have my chef prepare a feast," the headman says, then claps his hand twice to summon a stewardess. That looks tasty. I would eat that. Extravagant dishes that you have never seen before are placed on the table before you, each one looking more delicious than the last. "You're drooling," Melanie scowls. "You hadn't even noticed." You wipe your mouth with your sleeve and gasp as you turn to Mar. Perhaps in an attempt to hold himself back, Mar is gnawing on the table corner. Probably a pretty tasty table. There. We'll eat soon. You reassure Mar while gently stroking his head. "Oh, what's up?" The door flies open in the next instant, and a girl runs in. With tears in her eyes, she tells you about her dear companion, Mr. Flobby the slime. "Not Mr. Flobby!" "I hope Mr. Flobby's okay. I'm worried about him." I grew rather attached to Mr. Flobby in the 2 seconds I knew him. The headman's eyes go wide in surprise. "We must find that slime right away," he says anxiously. "You were starving, but it doesn't look like you'll be able to partake of the feast before you because of Mr. Flobby's disappearance. And so you say, we'll look for it? I can't take it anymore." "No, we have to find Mr. Flobby. We have to find Mr. Flobby. Mr. Flobby is the most important part of this entire game, and if Mr. Flobby is not brought home safely, we will never be able to live our lives like this again without feeling sad about Mr. Flobby. So we gotta look for Mr. Flobby. Or we can peek at these ones. We will find your slime. We will find Mr. Flobby." This one says, unable to restrain your laughter. "We will find Mr. Flobby. And then we feast," you add quietly. "We will find Mr. Flobby. And then we feast." Melanie reminds you that you are here to get clues about the dragon from the headman. "What's the difference?" "Literally everything." Undertaking slowly, the two begin to argue. "Brave heroes," the headman interjects, then bows his head. "Would you please find her slime?" It appears the story is at a standstill until you find the missing Mr. Floppy. You need to hear the whole story from the young girl. Find Mr. Floppy. I think that's a good place to leave it. On the cliffhanger that is the disappearance of Mr. Floppy. I hope we can find him. I hope he's okay. Find out what Mr. Floppy's friends has to tell. Anyway, let's save our data real quick. Is that Mr. Floppy? No. No, that was just a loading screen. I was really hoping that was him. I do hope that little guy's okay, though. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today for more Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. The Isle Dragon sure is roaring, and we'll get to him when we have time. But for now, we gotta find Mr. Floppy and get this show on the road. The Mr. Floppy Show. Thank you for coming to the Mr. Floppy Show. It's been lovely having you all. I'm gonna find someone to send you all over to watch, because I haven't checked to see who's actually streaming tonight. No, I don't need to update Twitch right now, phone. No problem, Aaron. Thank you for coming out. Yeah, thank you everyone who showed up today. Thank you for all the lurkers as well, to all the VOD watchers. I would like to thank Mr. Floppy in particular. Wherever you are, Mr. Floppy, we're all thinking about you. So let me see where we are going, what we are doing, how we are doing it, when we are doing it, why we were doing it. You know what we're doing? I haven't been to a Froggy stream in a while now, but she is streaming some Shantae, Half Genie Hero, and I think it would be fun to go check that out. So we're going to head over to Karagi channel, and our raid message for the day is going to be the audio coming off of my phone is not the raid message. That is just a distraction. Please ignore that. Find Mr. Floppy. No problem, Alistair. Thank you for coming. The raid message today is going to be find Mr. Floppy. And throw some emotes on that or whatever you like. But that's going to be what the raid message is. And now we're going to raid on over. Make sure I enter this all correctly. And I'll see you all later. Have yourselves a great day. And, oh yeah, schedule real quick. Earthbound Randomizer tomorrow. Same time. It says 6 p.m. That's a lie. It's going to be the same time as this stream tomorrow. And then an hour later on Sunday, we're going to be doing 13 Sentinels again. So that's what's up to bat. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.